Well, hello everybody. It is a beautiful, peaceful Monday out here in Los Angeles. Beautiful, clean. Thank you for being here. We've got a fantastic show, which is unusual for us, but I know it's going to come through for you guys. We had a tropical storm over the weekend. Was a hurricane. It's a rainy day out here in Los Angeles. It was just chilling in Cedar Rapids, the Hurricane Hillary. And
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
It wasn't. I think in some places it was crazy. I think like in Palm Springs in the desert, it got absolutely flooded.
It did indeed.
Like catastrophic flooding.
My grandmother lives there, and they were handing her like sandbags and shit at the fire department.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, here in LA, we did get a lot of rain.
It's coming down.
I mean, there was some flooding and stuff, but overall, I think everyone fared out okay. The weird thing was that there was like a pretty big earthquake right in the middle of the storm in Ojai, which is kind of far from us. I felt it a little bit, but it was a 5.0 in Ojai, which is pretty significant earthquake.
5.0 is when it starts to feel pretty real. Yeah. Right. Not like crazy yet, but it's when
it's significant.
It's significant enough that it's like, holy shit, am I gonna die?
Was there any damage or anything in Ojai? I didn't even read about it.
I think minor. I saw some videos from like security footage. It looked like a decent shake, but nothing too crazy.
That was so surreal. I was like, wait, two natural disasters at the same time? What's happening right now?
To keep the earth clean and do what he was doing.
Stormquake.
Yeah, stormquake, apparently. Well, I was even like, wait, are earthquakes more likely to happen during a storm for some reason? No, that doesn't make any sense.
That's like a kind of like a folk tale that everybody always tells, right? The whole thing about earthquake weather. Feels like earthquake weather. You never had anybody like
I've
say
never
that
heard
to you?
that. What is that? What is earthquake weather?
Like
when a hurricane hits.
Oh, for real?
No, I don't know. I don't think it's a real thing.
I've never heard of earthquake weather. But I'll show you guys some of the media from it. But first I want to say this Thursday, we don't have a sponsor today, so thank you to our members.
Thank you.
And thank you to my lovely wife, who's dropping the Trixie collab that everybody's been waiting for. That's right. Here it is on Teddy Fresh. It's coming out this Thursday, 10 a.m. PST. You know what it is. It's Trixie. Killing it, slaying it, smashing it, destroying it.
Slay Queen.
Loving it. Owning it. It's fun. It's exciting. ShettyFresh.com. Very cool. Also, I will say this one more time emphatically. Members, it's days like today when we have no sponsor that I thank you from the bottom of my heart to all of our members. It's a joy, it's a privilege to sit here before you.
Thank you.
And to make content for you and to consider you a patron of the arts. Which you are. You're a patron of the arts. You are a supporter of the finer things in life.
Thank you.
And you should feel happy and self-congratulatory about that.
Fancy. You should feel fancy.
You should feel fancy because, listen, without the patrons of the art, where would we be? Probably still clacking stones together.
So true.
So thank you. And anyone that's thinking of becoming a member, now's the time. Because there's all kinds of great stuff like shows on Tuesday with moi, just for members.
And what do you get on that show?
My social security number, my birth certificate, my routing number, bank account number, the 4 digits of my credit card's security code. It's all happening.
Nice.
Please sign up.
And other stuff like first access to live show tickets. But anyway, thank you guys.
Some some announcements on that front in the next few weeks, by the way.
Oh, good. So was there any progress with the venue you looked at? I'm not going to say the name.
There has been. Working on it.
I'm very excited, though,
It'll be
about-
very cool if it works out.
Wow. Dude, you guys, this place that we're looking at, it's going to be really, really amazing, man.
That's right.
We'll see. We'll see. God. But it's like, what, 3,000 seats approximately, give or take? Because I don't want to tell you exactly the venue it is yet. So it's 3,000, give or take. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's take a look at the ravages of Tropical Storm Hillary Quankton.
Chilling in Cedar Rapids.
Look at these morons out and by the LA River was surging. As you can imagine, it doesn't happen very often. These morons are out there getting like...
This happens very often, though.
Well, and people, they just fall.
People are doing this.
People are just nonstop falling into the river.
It's crazy.
Like you were saying, the rescue helicopter was just going nonstop.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, look how close they are. And it's on wet, slanted surface. Dude, Bozo, if you slip in there...
Silly woman.
You better hope you're a good swimmer.
It is wet. It has been raining.
So for people that aren't familiar with Los Angeles, there is a large river in Los Angeles, the Los Angeles River, that...
Aptly named.
That a long time ago was basically channeled up completely into a cement flood channel that runs pretty much the whole length of the city. And
The whole ocean.
many parts of it, it's slanted like this, but many other parts of it, it's just straight down like a huge open to the air flood channel.
That's a lot of water, man.
And every time, and it's usually completely empty because it's very dry here. But anytime that it rains, it channels an enormous amount of water and just turns into this raging, deadly rapids. And every time it happens, people like this are falling into it. It happens every time it rains.
Aren't
in
you
LA.
scared? Don't you have any fear?
It's crazy.
Look how that water's moving fast.
Like if you fall in that, you are fucked.
Unless you're a really good swimmer. But these people wearing a full suit, you're not going to get out.
Yeah.
You're going to drown. At least the other dude's got some like shiny vest on, you know what I mean? They can spot his body.
Yeah,
floating in
yeah,
the ocean.
to find the
Couple
body.
minutes to be. They'll cover his body for his family. Well, there it is. Hopefully none of them died.
Hopefully.
The same thing used to happen in Ventura, where I live. There was the Santa Clarita River, I think it was.
Yeah, Santa Clara River.
Santa Clara.
Yeah.
It was right in my backyard. And during that crazy El Nino year, it was crazy. It flooded all the way into Oxnard, and people were falling into that bitch. They're just falling into rivers. That's like the most self-inflicted disaster that there can be.
It oftentimes is.
The whole ocean.
I guess accidents happen, but
Let's see. Rainfall totals. How do we end up doing here?
pretty good.
I was wondering the total rainfall. What? 8.5 inches in Mount Wilson?
Yep.
Dude, that's
a lot.
Insane. That's just in one day.
I think this is for the entirety of the storm, so I think it's a little over.
Beverly Hills, Bel Air. Yeah, I mean, damn, the rain was 4 inches. There it was. Good rain, man. Got some good rain out here, boy.
Good rain,
I'll tell
boy.
you what, man. We got us some good rain. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a beautiful day, though. The freeway empty.
Hell yeah.
They canceled school today.
Right.
I heard.
My brother was over my house last night. He's a teacher. They canceled that bitch. A lot of people called in.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful.
I think half the city is not working because they thought it was going to be like some catastrophic event, but it was gorgeous, sunny, clean. One of the best drives to work I've ever had.
To keep the earth clean.
But you know us. We're like the post office. Hail, sleet, snow. Bombs.
What about
Gamma rays. Gamma ray bursts.
Oh, we'll do the podcast even.
From colliding black holes in distant galaxies. Doesn't matter. We're here. Check out Dodger Stadium. This was kind of wild.
So let's check it out.
Here's Dodger Stadium from the air. This is all a parking lot. All the flooding you see there. That's wild.
So I have a big reveal for you. This is an optical illusion that you're seeing right now.
Oh, that's just the concrete.
This thing went crazy viral. I was seeing it all over the place.
Just wet concrete.
Yeah.
Oh. It looks like the trees are underwater.
It really it got me at first too, but I went and checked it out, and you'll see in the doc the Dodgers posted a photo of what it looks like this morning.
Okay, let's dig a little closer to the truth here, because the truth is out there. Here's Dodger Stadium this morning. What are they hiding from us? Why would Dodger Stadium want to spread this kind of propaganda? What do they have to gain?
Yo, interesting.
From lying about this. Yeah, that's...
Jump scare.
Yeah, that's not... There's no water there at all.
Yeah, that's pretty dry.
All right. Wow.
Kind of symbolic of the whole thing, at least for here in LA. Like you said, I think out in Palm Springs they got slammed pretty hard.
Yeah, the inner desert areas got really fucked. But here is that. I mean, some people are really just enjoying the, having a little extra water in town. DJ Khaled is going up the LA River on a jet ski.
He's sick. You remember when
God did.
Was it Jake Paul or Logan Paul who was cruising around on a jet ski after the floods in Houston?
Huh.
Remember that?
I do remember that.
There was a huge...
Jake?
I think it might have been Jake.
Could it have been both?
Was it both?
They have that. Well, the first thing they did, I remember when they went to Puerto Rico, is like do quads down like...
Run over a bunch of turtles, endangered turtles and
endangered turtle reserve.
We
So
love
sick.
Puerto Rico.
Actually, speaking of Logan Paul, just to bring it up, because he's such a piece of shit, he was getting roasted on social media for saying, apparently he said something about Oppenheimer being boring because it's just people talking. Mm-hmm. And then I saw the best comeback. He's just mad because there weren't enough dead Japanese people in it.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
How fucking gnarly is that? That's like the burn of a lifetime.
I really hate to say this.
They didn't show enough dead Japanese people or something like that, yeah.
I really hate to say
There we go.
this.
Oh, he's saving people.
Rescuing hurricane victims from their homes, ...
He's so brave.
Oh, he made a video about it.
Yeah. I remember we talked about this.
I mean, if he did rescue one person, then I guess I can't hate.
Yeah.
Not really.
Is he just like flooding his car intentionally?
Yeah.
Go, you see where the spike is at the end? The most popular part?
Oh, yeah.
County and is heading towards Port Arthur. Hold your position.
Boring. Just people driving.
2 hours from us.
This video sucks. It's just people driving. Yeah, man.
Stop it.
Just a continual reminder that Logan Paul is a scam artist. Scams people. It's important to know. Speaking of which, by the way, speaking of baseball stadiums, get a load of this. This is what I like to see. H3 podcast spreading its damn wings, dude. Soaring to greater heights. MLB Stadium. It's empty. But it's still playing.
That's cool.
It'd be nice if there was anybody there to listen. But I get it.
This might be what a typical Detroit Tigers game looks like, though.
Okay, maybe this is a full
Yeah, they're actually playing right now.
capacity. I work as a freelance TV producer and the scoreboard crew in the stadium.
That's awesome.
So shout out to Helicopter No 9027. God bless you for that one, eh? Pretty cool. There's probably some people like, on the bus or something right outside that heard it.
Maybe a janitor.
Janitors were working potentially. It all makes a difference, Thank you. Oh God, this shit is so insane. Fucking Oliver. Of course he's getting me shit from alpha morons. Such an asshole.
What the fuck?
This is almost inexplicable. I mean, this is blowing up once again on Alpha TikTok. It was posted by an account named, let's see, it's got one of these good names. An account named Angry Patriot 2.0.
Did you check out the rest of the account?
I did. And you can see, just to give you an idea before I play it, where they're coming from. Epstein conspiracy theories, Tucker, fucking Jesse, you're gay? That guy? They're posting his dub. Sneeko.
And Sneeko.
You're gay?
What is it? It's like primarily those three.
I recognize this guy too. I think this is that psycho, like, yeah, he's friends with that whole crew.
I'm
Okay.
really,
Oh, Circa.
I'm really.
Alex Jones. So-
I had no idea.
So the story of this is really interesting. Here it is. I'm going to play it from somewhere else because we had to remove the background music. Oliver's dumb, annoying song, which is apparently being used by like Red Pill owners. And frankly, Oliver, you need to step in and do something about that.
Idiot.
Moron. Anyway, here it is. Oh, the description's important. It is.
It's doing pretty good.
It says Oliver trying to keep it real with feminist YouTuber Ethan Klein. All right, here it is, you guys. Eat your heart out.
Doing pretty good.
It's better than any of your videos. Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, wait, what is the biggest YouTube video you ever dropped? Was it Vape Nation?
Yeah.
Back when you were like still kind of culturally relevant.
Yeah.
Well, it was cool because you used to make stuff and now you just critique stuff. And there's a big difference between people like me and people like you.
Yeah.
What happened? I think everyone that's your fan wants to know, where did it all go wrong?
I think people are pretty happy.
I don't think so. I think a lot of people, I mean, if you look at the cultural relevance and contributions, I mean, you were contributing and now you're just kind of coming after.
Here's
like
where
a
it
leech.
is. Yeah. Well, here's where it
Was
is.
it the money or was it the fame? Funny if you just answered the question.
What do you want me to say? What do you want
I want
me to
you
say?
to tell me why you stopped making things.
Oh, yeah, so, okay, well, first of all, let me remind you, this is my fucking show.
Yeah, well, it sucked.
Okay, so this is my banter with Oliver Tree.
That tiny fucking hat.
And I know, it's like, did you guys not see our outfits? I mean, these people are so dumb. So let me read the comments to you guys.
You know, it's very convenient that they cut out the part where you beat the shit out of him. That would have shown.
Not very alpha.
Well, it's so funny because we're obviously Well, here, let me read this. Never thought I'd agree with something Oliver Tree said so much. Okay. Oliver Tree got this man questioning his content. I now like Oliver Tree. There you go, Oliver. You better do something about this. Damn, I love Oliver Tree. We all want to know what happened. And yeah, it's the money.
Idiot.
Bro, I love Oliver Tree now. Oliver Tree is too real for this. Homie pulled the "It's My Show" card. Can you believe that?
It's so frustrating how dumb they are.
It is. I mean, this is
life.
But like, and then did you guys not see the tiny hat I'm wearing? Like, it's not that serious of an exchange.
No, Ethan Klein, the new Ethan Klein, he would wear that hat seriously.
That's just me. Yeah, that's just who I am now.
He loves a little teeny tiny hat that moves all around his head.
This is like the most fallen fan comment ever. H3 IDubs Filthy Frank were peak YouTube at one point. Fell off so
sure,
hard.
man.
Bro, you have not grown up. It's time to move on, man.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
It was like 10 years ago.
10 years ago, bro. Move on. Get a job. Have some kids, or maybe it's better if you don't.
Get a job.
Oliver was a fan, just like everyone else. H3 gave
up.
They're all fallen fans. It really is true.
He went woke. There it is.
Feminist Ethan Klein.
Somebody said it.
Finally, someone said something.
Finally.
Yeah. And these all have like thousands of points.
Rules. This account gets like no juice either.
I stopped being a fan of Ethan Klein when he just kept complaining about people. Bitch, what?
That's day one.
Literally what
That's
I've always done. Day
one,
motherfuckers. Day one shit.
You a bitch!
You just don't like the people I complain about because it hits home. That's literally my number one characteristic.
Yeah.
If you could have one word to describe my career, my personality, complaining. This one's actually funny. Swear to God, I thought Oliver Tree was a character Ethan made up. Yeah, maybe it's time to wrap it up, Oliver.
Yeah, maybe.
Yo, okay, Oliver, what's up now? To be honest, Oliver Tree isn't so relevant anymore. Last time I heard his name, it was him copying a song. I don't know what that accusation is. That sounds about right to me, though. I used to fuck with H3, sad face.
Aw.
I feel like H3 got a bunch
I feel
of...
bad for Trev.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Trev, bro. I'm sorry you haven't... 10 years ago, man, I know. I feel like H3 just got a bunch of followers and then got kind of lazy and stopped putting in real effort. Okay. I had a way more followers when I was doing my main channel, 1. And 2, we put way more work into anything I ever used to make. I mean, come on. There it is. I thought that was funny. I mean, the alpha TikTok, they can't let it go, man. I'm wondering, how did they even, like, isolate that clip? Because this guy...
Yeah, how did Angry Patriot Media, like,
how did they
stumble upon
mastermind this?
It's a good question, actually. Yeah,
Is this him? I'm realizing, is this him in the video?
Is this him? I'd love to see.
We do know that Jeffrey Epstein was doing tremendous amounts
What's
of
the
eugenics
description
work.
say?
What was the...
Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Gates were obsessed with eugenics. I mean, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I disavow them, by the way. I disavow Jeffrey Epstein. and Bill Gates.
And Bill Gates.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you say that much? Angry Patriot 2.0? The original one got banned for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't think that's him.
We got some Tim Pool in there. I know there's another...
Wait, let me see this motherfucker. Let me
Whether
see.
the Earth is flat or the Earth is
stop
round...
it, bro. You're
doesn't
stealing
matter
my
because
shtick.
Governments have been making secret bases in Antarctica for a very long time.
Yeah,
He's a viewer.
he's a fan. He's a fan. He's a fan.
Huh.
Mom, why don't you have a girlfriend? Me on my first date.
Whether the Earth is flat or the Earth is round, it doesn't matter because governments have been making secret
Are you doing
bases
a
in
joke?
Antarctica.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
self-aware.
he's doing a bit here.
Interesting.
Wow.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm not totally sure it's him, but it seems to be. There's these 2 videos with that guy.
This bit suffers.
Yeah, let's move on. This
All right.
bit is suffering.
It's suffering.
But I thought you guys might get a kick out of that. I know I did. Apparently, I saw that on the subreddit, and people were saying there in the comments that their conservative family members were sending that to them to show how badly I got owned.
Really?
That's awesome.
Yeah, if you can find the thread on the subreddit. And I mean, what morons? They're such making fools of themselves, but they don't care. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't. It doesn't. Fools. It is funny, though.
Oliver Tree, my
to enjoy
greatest
that.
nemesis.
Fools. And now it's like causing us real problems. We should just not... We shouldn't let him...
It's
on
causing
the show
real
anymore.
problems now.
Yeah. Like...
And like, what do I do for him? Let him come and promote his dumb fucking shows that nobody would be
shit.
there if it wasn't for us.
Nobody cares.
It's annoying. Why do I even put up with him? And now, apparently, he's a safe haven for Nazis.
So typical.
I don't know what that says about him, but I think it means that Oliver Tree's a Nazi by proxy.
Yeah.
But we already knew that. This is a this is a really fun thing they're doing on the subreddit. Successful quit. They're doing H3 iconic quotes A through Z, and they've actually been making some good progress here. Mm-hmm. I've been following along. A stands for audio, audio, audio. Maybe you can play them, Zach. You think you could bust these out?
Are they all sound bites?
They're all sound bites.
I see.
They're really good, too. They really do a good job of picking the best ones.
I want to check audio, audio, audio.
So that's A. B is for bitch, you have nothing.
Bet you have nothing!
God, that's such a good sound. C is for chestnuts roasting over an open fire, of course.
Chestnuts
Slurping over open fire. Thank you. D is, of course, do you have your passports? Did you get your shots? Oh. good every time. Every time. I got it. Yeah. E is a new entry. Enough with the tomatoes.
I don't have that one.
Oh, I guess we got to grab that one.
It's actually stop with the tomatoes.
Ooh.
Stop with the tomatoes. Oh, wait. He must have said it both ways. He must have said it both ways.
Mm.
The next one is F for, you know what it is. Fuck!
Yeah,
I can just say it.
You don't want to play that one?
I don't think I have it in here.
Oh, you erased it. Like, man,
I didn't erase it.
You got to purge that shit. When you came back?
It's not in here.
Mm-hmm. G is for I was gay. Gay. All of them together.
I'm gay.
Can you hit me with the mashup? That's the one that really hits.
Yeah, 1 second. Find it.
Today I feel
gay.
It's so
It's a
fucking
beautiful
good.
chorus.
It seems like there's some new ones you have not added to that. To that gay symphony.
Yeah, I gotta update that one.
H is he takes that 5%, of course.
He takes that 5%.
Wow. Haven't heard that one in a while.
It's so good. It is a winner. I mean, it won the whole damn year, and then we had to retire it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is fantastic. Play it. I'm going to read it off at the same time.
You want the full one?
Yeah, starting with I.
Okay, 1 second. I gotta find that one.
This comes from Jordan Peterson's dream sequence.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I dreamed I saw my
maternal grandmother sitting by the bank of a swimming pool, and there was also a river. In real
Her genital
life,
region was exposed dimly. It had the appearance of a thick mat of hair.
The copy pasta is
She
wrong.
was stroking herself
Yeah, what?
absent-mindedly. She walked over to me with a handful of pubic hair compacted into
back to
something resembling a large artist's
paintbrush. She pushed it at my face.
I raised my arm several
This
times
is like
to deflect her hand.
it's off.
Finally, unwilling to hurt her
Or interfere with her any further, I let her have her way. She stroked my face with the brush gently and said, like a child, "Isn't it soft?" I looked at her ruined face and said, "Yes, Grandma, it is soft." Whoa, I've never heard that part. Does he really say that?
We got the extended cut.
The extended cut has Careless Whisper over it, so couldn't play that one.
Oh, he piped in some music?
Well, from the excerpt we could only find because it's from his audiobook, I believe.
Bro, you cannot pay me enough money to tell anyone about this dream. I let my grandmother have sex with me and rub her pubes on my face. It was so soft, Grandma. So soft. Like a paintbrush, she painted me with her pubes. I won't lie, I was erect. I was erect in the dream and also when I woke up. Fully torqued for my grandmother. And her paintbrush. She threw her pubes over her shoulder like a wet towel. They were long. Like a kung fu master's goatee.
That's wild.
So that's it. We're caught up. Oh, and then K is, or no, there's a few more actually. J is Just Saying, Wendy Williams, and
Just saying.
K is Keemstar, Shut Up. But I gotta say,
Keemstar, shut up.
The fact that we have come together as a show, as a community, that we have an iconic soundbite for every letter of the alphabet. It says something. Sure does. Says a lot.
The #1 podcast in the world.
That's what the fuck I'm saying. Oh, and finally, at the top of the show here, Sora dropped another H3 animation short, and she is just... She is just the best. I don't know what to say.
Sorry.
No, that's real.
My audio's coming out real quiet. Okay. She's made so many, and they're all just so good.
Sorry.
Here. Wait, it says you were born in New Jersey? That's slander.
No, that's real.
You were born in New Jersey?
No, that is real. Anyway,
What a fucking idiot!
what the fuck?
Hold it. Hold it.
Cute.
Okay, just for the record, sorry, I do love you, but that height difference is not accurate, okay?
Sorry.
I mean, he is taller, but not that much taller. He's not 3 times my size. I just want to make that clear. Here's another one by her. Did we watch this one?
No.
We never watched this one?
I don't think so. Right?
This was her most recent one from 2 months ago.
Yeah.
I think
No shit.
I don't remember it.
Well, let's watch it anyway. I think we
It's very
did.
good.
Oh, maybe on the Tuesday episode.
Ooh, that might be
Okay,
one.
and
That might be what's
just in
throwing
case
me
we
off.
didn't, it's worth watching.
Sure.
Because she is the greatest. Sorry,
Sorry.
Sora, everybody. Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry, Sora.
Beautiful.
I love her art style.
So good.
The attention to details in the background here.
It's just men. It's Jordan Peterson crying about how about poor men. What will we do without men? Where will we be without men?
What the hell are we gonna do without men?
I don't know what to do without them. They built our roads. What would society be?
Men, they're doing impossible things.
Damn it! It's okay to be a man and to build and to make roads
Under the streets,
and to dig swimming pools.
working on the sewers.
What are we gonna do without men in the sewers?
They work themselves to death.
This is a man fighting for men.
So sick.
She's so good, man. She really is such a talent. And her art style is so unique and good.
Yeah.
So, I'm a huge fan. Sorry, Sora.
Sorry, not beautiful.
Sorry, Sora.
Sorry, not beautiful. Beautiful.
All right, so today we have basically a new Colleen revelation. There's been
Olivia's left the building.
I'm gonna set it up.
Okay.
Maybe I should. Okay, here I have a bad habit of setting things up and then not talking about it. So I have a few more things at Goofs and Gafs. I'm gonna cover them, and then I'm gonna talk about the new Colleen stuff. Also, I want to talk about Fresh and Fit being kicked out of YouTube partner program, which is funny, hilarious, and awesome, and I love their misery.
Fuck that shit.
They're permanently banned from YouTube monetization.
Fuck yes.
No bitch wanna take
Fuck
it.
yes.
A win for the Matrix.
Surprised it took this long. Me too, honestly.
Yeah.
They've been
That's the only surprising thing about
Right.
it.
That it took this long.
Yeah.
It's funny because they always cry, it's so unfair, dude. But it's like, dude, the fact that they waited this long to ban you shows ungodly restraint on their end. You know. But that tolls for them, and I love that bell. Oh, there's fun Oliver Anthony updates too. The singer. Singer. But anyway, we got all kinds of stuff. So here, by the way, you guys remember my non-refundable whale watching tour?
Oh yeah, how was it?
It was great, rain or shine.
Yeah. How was it out there?
I went out there to the
Anyone
wharf
else?
and I was like, where the fuck is everyone? Rain or shine? But I actually captured some footage of me out there on the ocean during a tropical storm.
Did you?
Oh, exciting.
It was a little choppy, but overall I think it was fine. Yeah, here we were. I couldn't get a refund, so I thought,
wow.
if I'm not going to get a
Look at those
refund,
waves. Yo! Yo!
I thought, shit, if I can't get a refund, then I'm going out. Rain or shine. If I'm dying, then they're dying too. Fuck it. New Dan the Hater rock track, yo.
Wait, what?
That's right. You heard it right. Look at this guy. This guy's Happy Harry Arbuckle. Happy Harry Arbuckle. And you haven't seen this, Dan?
I have not.
So this guy's a TikTok legend. And
Is
he
he?
wrote a ditty about you. He sure
Really? Happy Harry?
is.
Happy Harry Arbuckle?
Mhm.
What a name.
Mayonnaise on down the haters, going on his head like a mashed potato. Bye-bye, pizza pie, eats his waist dropped up, get cammed tonight, yeah.
Wow.
He was.
Yo.
He was singing over AC/DC.
Yeah, I could tell.
Somehow this.
Is that what he always does?
I think that I think.
AC/DC like
Yeah.
style parody?
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't get over how good those background music removers are. I mean,
Yeah, it's pretty good.
it sounds like the man just recorded that.
Yeah.
Hella.
Fucking technology is awesome. Bring the AI.
Mayonnaise on down the haters, going on his head like a mashed potato. Bye-bye, pizza pie, eats his waist dropped up, get cammed tonight, yeah.
Yeah. Harry, happy.
Wait.
Let me look up his account.
So it wasn't him singing? Or wait, I'm confused.
No, it is him
Oh,
singing.
okay, it is. That's sick.
Happy Harry Arbuckle. Let me see what else this guy gets up to. Harry Arbuckle. Yeah, he's a big deal out here on TikTok, actually.
Damn.
Oh, this
Yo,
one,
congratulations, Dan.
this one did
exciting.
quite well for him.
Exciting.
Let me see.
Stinky. Here, Olivia.
No, I'm so sorry.
Now, every
on
year
here?
I watch the
You do that.
Glastonbury Festival on TV, and on the Sunday there's like.
There's music. I'm trying to find another flourish of his.
It's going to have copyright music, though.
He has thoughts on the Oasis reunion.
Oh,
Now, I've
me
thought
too.
long and hard about the question of whether Oasis should reform.
Mm-hmm.
It's been ages since they've been together, and, you know, they fell out constantly when they were together. Over the years, the public have swayed between liking Noel and then liking Liam, and currently everybody likes
All
Liam.
right. Very good.
Oh, that's some good juice, dude. That's way better than any Colleen drama.
Well,
The
here he
Oasis drama?
Well, hold on. Here he talks about his
We need an
arthritis.
Oasis PowerPoint,
That'd be
Olivia.
sick.
No.
Gallagher brothers.
The
No.
Gallagher Brothers saga.
All right,
Liam
give me
and
5
Noel.
years.
Guys, I found something better. He does an arthritis update.
So, seeing as I've been to see the Arctic Monkeys this week, I thought I'd revisit this hit. Stop making the eyes at me, I'll stop making the eyes at you. What it is that surprises me is that I don't think you really do, because your shoulders are frozen, it's arthritis. Yeah, you're an explosion, it's diarrhea. Your name is Rio, but I don't give a sound and louder. It feels matters over the mango.
He's talented.
So, seeing as I've been
He's
to
good.
see the Arctic Monkeys
That's Happy Harry
this week, I thought I'd
Arbuckle. Harry, can I make a content suggestion to you? The one you did about Dan got 650,000 views. I think we need more H3 related jams.
Yeah.
You know. Just putting it out there. Elon's new social app.
Oop.
Elonstagram. Okay, I'll give it down. That's a pretty good. Okay. All right. They love it. The people, they love it.
People love it.
Oh, yeah, this is what I wanted to show you guys. Before we get into Colleen's stuff, this is the last one here. Logan Paul getting roasted on Twitter. I have the link here. I'm going to see Oppenheimer tonight, actually.
Are you?
Uh-huh. Finally going to see it.
Interesting. You think you'll walk out?
I don't think. I mean, I'm cool with people
there's
talking.
a lot of talking.
When I go to this, I'm expecting people to talk, right?
In a movie, it's a visual medium. It's the point.
He's Oh, this is one I told you. He's disappointed there weren't actually any dead Japanese people. Oh my God! Shout out to this guy. God, how do you even come back from that, Logan?
I really hate to say this.
Go ahead.
I think there's someone hanging right there.
Come on, man. We're all trying to move on from that, bro.
Come on, man.
Why do you keep saying it? Did any of you guys see Oppenheimer?
Yep.
Did you love it?
It was fine. It was okay. I think it was very Oscar baity. I gave my review on Friday that I thought.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah, my complaint was that all the physicists, they cast too many fucking long dick studs out there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
It really removed me believing that these guys were like physicists.
You know, I have a kind of a rule about movies. Whenever I see someone cast a movie like that, it's almost always terrible. When they're like starring all these fucking people for no reason, all these mega celebrities.
Don't Look Up, that Netflix movie during quarantine. that was like star-studded. Ariana Grande was in it.
Right.
Worst movie ever.
Don't Look Up.
Yeah.
Leonardo
They're never
DiCaprio.
good.
Yeah.
Although I'll be
Meryl
honest, I didn't
Streep.
hate that movie. I'll be honest.
Keisha.
I liked it too.
Thought it was kind
Leo.
It was pretty cool.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Like, look at this. The guy on the right is supposed to be Matt Damon. That ain't no Matt Damon.
Let me see. Oh, come on. I could have played this guy.
You should have played this guy.
That's it. This is what I don't get. At least, like, I'll say Murphy,
Christie.
or what's his name, this main character?
Cillian Murphy.
Like, he actually looked pretty much the part. I like that
I think
casting.
he looked dead ringer, to be honest with you. Like, even from the back shots, it looked just like him.
I'm a fan of his. I love him.
How is this not Chris Christie?
He's tucked in there. He's got his fupa on display.
Don't call him a fat pig. You can't do it.
I wouldn't ever dream of,
Get
I would
outta
never
here,
dream
Trump.
of it.
The fuck?
But yeah, I agree. I don't like it. You know what I mean? Come
Yeah,
on.
Manhattan Project to design that belt buckle right there.
Hold on. Now here's who we really needed. He's a bureaucrat who got the same body type, and you know, I think he has what it takes. Chris Christie.
Gorgeous.
Tucked in and ready to go, my friends. That's a brave man.
Look at that. Wow.
I got to tell you something. This man has bravery like I could never have in my whole life. This man walked out in front of 50,000 people.
It's 104 or 5 degrees in this room.
With his dick straight up gift wrapped. And it's not flattering either. Let me tell you that, Mr. Christie.
Tucking your dick between your legs.
Yep.
But we love that for you, and you're a brave man, and we love that. We love bravery here on the podcast. All right, Olivia. So at the moment, a creator named Swoop
Mm-hmm.
made a 4-hour investigation into what I understand the main thrust of was into one of Colleen's detractors, specifically Johnny. Was that the main thrust of the video?
Of this new video, yes. It,
birthday.
Swoop did Swoop has been doing a Colleen docu-series, and
Okay.
a part of that was that she did interviews with a lot of the victims, and in her quest to gather all this evidence and all these stories, she noticed inconsistencies and like weird things occurring with one specific victim who we did speak to on the show.
Right.
And I'm here to present what it is she found. And I really encourage everybody. It's 4 hours, but I really encourage the watch. She works so hard. Her team works so hard. It's crazy.
Yes. Again, I do want to emphasize, we'll put the link in the description because I think we're going to be doing our best to kind of summarize, but it is a 4-hour long video. So appreciate their work. And, you know, if you have nothing going on in your life, feel free to watch this. No offense.
And if you've
Swoop.
got everything.
No offense, Swoop.
Nar.
Yeah, we love that for you.
Here we go.
It's only a little longer than an H3 podcast.
Literally.
Okay. Why'd you have to say that? Why'd you put it like that?
It's just true. Sometimes we do go over 4 hours, as a matter of fact.
God damn it, Dan. Why the fuck you have to say it like that?
Down the haters, going on his head like a mashed potato.
So let's put it in the description. Let's put it in chat just to send her love.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm adding it right now.
So with all that being said,
all right.
and a big thank you to Swoop. Now, the reason I think it's important to talk about this is because if this mainly regards her ex-husband, Josh,
Yeah, Joshua Evans.
who somebody came on the show and made accusations against this man that he's a groomer. And so if there is evidence that counters that, I do feel that it's our responsibility to show that evidence.
100%.
You know what I mean? Because listen, those are heavy accusations to say against somebody. You know,
Huge.
and to such a
Life-ruining.
large audience as well. So I feel obligated to at least show the other side, right?
I agree. So if you want to get started, I'm ready.
And also, we're trying to reach out to Josh. We're hopefully
Yes, we made contact publicly on Twitter. He saw my DM. He said he'll get back to me. So hopefully he's willing to call in.
Okay, Josh, if you're out there, we are sending the signal.
Yeah.
Please, with peace and love, Okay, so go ahead, Olivia. Olivia.
Here we go. Swoop titled her video, The Devil in Colleen Ballinger's Shadow.
Now, I want to put out a disclaimer here because I know that this is all about Johnny bending the truth, fabricating stuff, whatever. I just want to temper our language a little bit about Johnny.
Yeah.
I want to encourage people to not... I mean, this guy at the end of the day is a private person. Well, he came out publicly, right? But he's just a dude. And so, no matter what he's done, and I don't know yet how outraged I'll be or not, I want people to know, do not mess with this guy.
Agreed.
Okay? Let's temper our language about him, and the reason I say that specifically is because he is just a normal dude. He's not a YouTuber. He
doesn't have a platform.
He doesn't have a platform, exactly. So, got to be careful with this kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, he's still a person after all. And so, well, with that being said, let's go ahead and venture forth. The Devil in Colleen Ballinger's Shadow.
Yes.
That's a pretty heavy-duty title.
Agree. So, if we would like to move on. This is Swoop, Spanky Valentine. We stand Swoop.
What's her name?
Spanky Valentine.
Is that her real name?
I don't know, but I know that that's her Instagram.
So the Swoop is her channel name.
Yes.
And her stage name.
And her name is Spanky Valentine.
Spanky.
Swoop is a documentarian on YouTube whose ethos is it's not drama, it's dangerous. So she covers serious topics. She's very candid about the fact that she is a survivor of domestic abuse and sexual grooming. So she works very closely and intensely with her subjects and those she's interviewing, and she really, you can tell how much she cares about all of it. And she has a team who helps her to put together her research and everything.
She has 600,000 subs, so she's a pretty, good-sized channel. But this video is 4 hours, and a lot of people are watching it, man. 1.5 million after 4 days. That's really good. That is significant. I'm just curious what kind of other videos she's putting out. Went to the worst nail salon. Glam and Gore. I didn't follow that one. This is already her fourth. Oh, no, this is one from 1 month ago.
Also, a quick correction about Johnny. He does have a YouTube channel where he's been making a lot about this situation right now. He doesn't have a huge platform, but to correct the record, he does have a YouTube channel.
Oh, he has AK subs. Okay. He's not he doesn't do this for a living. He's not
I think he's trying to.
He's trying to.
Yeah.
Okay. That might explain some things then.
Yeah.
All right. So we stand Swoop. She swooped in and stolen our hearts.
100p.
That's why we call her Spanky Valentine.
Do you have amber eyes?
I'll bet you she does.
Wow. Those are beautiful hazels, actually.
We love those.
Or I meant to say hazel. I fucked it up. I fucked it up.
No, amber
Take
is
it back.
Yeah, it's close enough, right?
Let's be real. Amber is not as good as hazel. It's just not.
Well, thank you for saying so as a hazel-eyed man.
I wish I was hazeled like you, but I'm ambered shit. Fuck. I have shitty amber eyes. All right.
Quick reminder. Who is Johnny Silvestri? He is a 27-year-old young man. We had him on the show. He was a Colleen Josh super fan. He met them when he was 15. He would tiny chat with them. He would video chat with them. He told us the story of when Josh gave him his phone number. He wrote it down on a paper crown. We found out in this interview with Swoop that actually Johnny's parents were there when Josh gave him the crown, and they were proud of him for getting that and securing a possible job. So that was just one thing that was found.
I remember Johnny. He was the guy that went on touring with them.
Yep.
And he was very talkative during the interview. He had a lot to say.
Yes.
And he had beef with her best friend.
Yes. He accused Corey DeSoto of verbally and emotionally abuse.
And then he accused Josh, her ex, of grooming him.
Yes. That was the most serious allegation of them all, is that he accused Joshua Evans of grooming him, and he even used the words in one of his tweets you'll see later. He called him maybe even worse than Colleen.
Wow.
Which is
Pretty
very
heavy.
serious.
It almost implies something worse happened that we don't know about.
Right.
Because how is that possible?
Right.
Fuck me, right?
Okay. Fuck me, right?
So.
Who is Johnny? He's on stage.
I just included some more photos. That's them performing on her bus tour. That's one of the tweets where he accuses Josh of grooming him.
This is from June 7th of this year.
Yes, that was the first time he made an allegation that Joshua Evans groomed him.
It was in June this year.
So I'll read it.
Yes,
He
it
said,
was.
I was groomed by Josh as a teen, and then they literally ended up doing almost the exact same shit he did to me. They're no different, and there's so much more behind all of this. It's over a decade of manipulation and torment from multiple sources, and that's just my story.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's the first one that he had put out. So this 6-hour-long phone call, this is the interview that Swoop held with Johnny. So after their interview, Johnny went public and was like, Swoop and I just did a 6-hour interview. Wow, wow. And apparently he was like parading this around and like talking about how important his story was because of the 6 hours. Like Adam had talked about how, actually, I included that link later, so.
He didn't realize he was being like deposed?
No.
Because it sounds like that's what was happening.
There are many clips that I include later. Well, you'll see that Swoop is obviously trying to figure out what's going on, and I think that he just had he was just like giving and giving and giving.
Wow. Because it seems like she was probing him for inconsistencies, and
yeah. Well,
this
she
man
said
had
that
no
he just
idea.
talked in circles she said that it was 6 hours because he would say something and then they would return to it later and he would say something completely different.
Really?
Yeah. So she said that she would pick up on inconsistencies. So if you go to the next slide, I have
it
the
sounds
first.
like this interview was in fact a disaster for him.
It does sound that way. Yeah.
Here we go.
So here's one of the inconsistencies. In the first link, that was an interview that Swoop held with Johnny via Twitter. There is audio of Johnny saying that he was in fact groomed by Trent Ballinger.
That's weird because we were talking about it and he never mentioned that.
Right.
Which, if he was, he doesn't
Right.
need to be forthcoming about it.
Totally.
Although well, here, so I'll watch this link. Let's see. This is Swoop.
Trent Ballinger. The reason I've personally known that Trent Ballinger has been an issue for so long is because I was groomed by him. And honestly, it took Oliver's story to kind of wake me up from that situation as well.
This was further backed up by a tweet Johnny made on June 17th when he explicitly calls himself a victim of Trent's. Now, here's him discussing Trent Ballinger.
Wow, okay, interesting. So so that information just came out in this phone call they had.
Yes, all of this information that Swoop was able to piece together came out in this doc that came out a couple days ago.
So when did this interview take place? Because this tweet's from June 17th.
July.
So this
I think
is
it was like July
before.
2nd. Because she called to clarify with him. The date was.
My point is, this tweet is from before the phone call. He said, I want to point out that even last week, I still was trying to defend these people, and I didn't realize. I'm glad Oliver came out with this story. Honestly, it helped me realize I was a victim of Trent's as well. And I was still being persuaded to believe in his innocence. Interesting. Okay. Should I keep watching, or is this it?
No, you should click on the other link.
Okay, and then we'll go ahead to this one.
And then this was during their 6-hour interview.
With Trent, I feel like our conversations were inappropriate in the sense that he was talking to an underage child, but I don't personally feel like Trent really crossed any boundaries with me.
And followed that by saying this.
With Trent, I had a weird dynamic. With Corey, I didn't like him. I'm not sure if he liked me, but I wouldn't consider myself as a groomed victim by either of those people.
So in one interview, he accuses Trent of being his groomer.
Yeah.
That's pretty heavy. I mean, because
yes.
he's
Some
come out on
people-
our
yes.
platform and said explicitly that he groomed me.
Mhm.
So that level of inconsistency is a little concerning, just because you really need to be careful with an accusation like that.
Yeah.
To just, just walk it back, just, subtly.
Right. It's dangerous.
Oh, yeah, very.
Especially when there are people whose stories are.
Oliver's, for
Yeah,
example,
that's
was
what I'm getting
gnarly.
at. Is I don't know. Oliver's story is just as important. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Of
Yeah.
course. So, should I keep watching that link or we're good?
No.
Okay. Interesting.
So he also, after those quotes about Trent, he also like posted screenshots that Trent had reached out to him post like people coming out, and he was like, "Don't worry, Trent, like I remember the good times." And like it was an interesting text to see.
Is that next?
No, that's an off. He tweeted that out when a bunch
He tweeted a picture of a message they had?
Yeah, they were both of age. I can pull it up for you if you want it.
Yeah, because Trent is like the straight up. This man is, in my opinion, a straight up pedophile. Trent. So like, any information we have about him is good, based on his interaction with Oliver. This guy is probably, in my opinion, a public menace, and probably, in my opinion, talking to other kids in a similar fashion. And probably, in my opinion, I'll just hit the button and let them use their imagination. But I can't line it up like that.
It's just a fact, in my opinion.
All right, so are you looking for it?
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
Okay. And we could skip it. It's fine. Or have someone else look for it.
Okay,
We'll
yeah.
Charge for it.
It's the tweet says like Trent Ballinger is the only Ballinger to reach out to me since the accusations, if that helps.
Okay, so now we're moving on to Adam.
Yes, inconsistencies involving Adam in the 6-hour phone
Interesting.
call. Swoop alleges in her doc that Johnny told stories about himself when in actuality Swoop knew that those things had happened to Adam. And so that was concerning to her. She also said that Johnny would get timelines so wrong to where she had to really go back and question it. Like he would say that Adam was a part of the Tiny Chat group, but Adam would have been 10 years old when that was happening. And so Adam says in this doc, that is not true. I was not in Tiny Chats. I was not old enough yet. I wasn't in the fandom yet at that age.
Tiny
So
chats? Is that just like an old thing?
that was the video chats that he was telling us about. It's like Skype.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Alright.
and then at one point in the phone call, he said that he did bully Adam on the Tiny Chats. In another, he said that he didn't participate in the bullying of Adam. And Adam is like, I wasn't bullied because I wasn't in Tiny Chats. So that was just an inconsistency that she picked up on.
I see. Okay. So we have no links here.
No.
The Trisha one this is the guy who's put out.
Yeah.
Although, so this part's weird because he's the one that was like, yeah, Colleen used to make fun of Trisha's body to me. And then he showed receipts. But the thing that's confusing is that Colleen basically fessed up to it.
Right.
So, but okay, there's inconsistencies. Let's see what they are.
Well, so Johnny was of age when he was sending nudes of Trisha back and forth. We knew that already. In the first clip, Johnny reveals to Swoop that he would participate in the unsolicited sending of Trisha's nudes. So instead of what he was saying, which was that Colleen would just out of the blue send Trisha's nudes, he said to Swoop, like, I would look up on Google Trisha Paytas nudes and I would send them.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
Right, but
He's just a kid.
did not, if you go to the third clip then, he told Adam that when he came out with the fact that Colleen had sent Trisha's nudes to Adam, Johnny was like, you need to clarify, Adam, that you participated in the bullying and that it was inappropriate.
What?
Yeah.
All right, let
So
me
if
watch
you wanna
these in
click
order. I want to see all the clips you pulled.
Okay.
If I'd find a photo, I'd follow Trisha. So if she'd post something publicly, or sometimes I would literally just go to Google and type in like Trisha Paytas nude. But I never did it to body shame Trish. I will say on one account, there was something that was nasty of me that I said in regards to her body.
Yeah, Johnny.
In my opinion, I assume this is what they were doing. They were being catty, but he's a nobody. Colleen's Trisha's friend, you know? He's just trying to fucking be cool with his.
So once Johnny put the screenshots up of when Colleen would send Trisha's nudes,
Yeah.
he censored them in a pretty not helpful way. It didn't really cover much. The emojis used were like meant to be funny. So in the second clip, you'll see the real reason why Johnny took the screenshots down. If you remember on our podcast, you asked, and he said, I think that they served their purpose, so I took them down.
Oh, interesting.
Feel great that I used Trish at her expense, but I guess what does help me sleep at night is knowing that I wasn't friends with Trish. She was just this untouchable public figure to me.
Does that make it okay? After hearing this, I wanted to ask Johnny something important. I'm curious to know, at what point did you have the realization that the sending of Trisha nudes was inappropriate?
I
mean, again, I know he's like, how old is he at the time? Yeah.
Over 20.
He's over 20.
Yeah.
First of all, I know it's fucked up, but I do want to emphasize when he's talking to his idol and she's sending him.
Yes.
Like, it just
There's
makes
a
sense
power
that he
dynamic.
would participate. He would reciprocate.
Yeah. But keep watching that clip.
Keep watching.
I mean, something always felt wrong, morally, deep down. But I think I was just more excited over the fact that it was a way to create a bond between me and these people.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'm not going to get into body language shit. We will leave that to Observe and the behavioral panel. But I do find it so uncomfortable that Johnny is grinning ear to ear while he's saying this. And he continues. Well, when do you think that maybe it was in the...
Oh no, he's got the spittle collection. When you talk too much, I had a math teacher. I'm so paranoid about this happening. If I know I sit here and talk all the time. You ever seen a spittle?
You know what?
You're going to be on your shit.
No.
Oh, really?
Not really.
Huh? No, I was saying I haven't seen it.
Okay,
yeah.
but just be emphatic. Don't say not really.
Well,
that leaves open doubt. That
I
there's
know
spittle.
there's going to be a post on the subreddit now.
No,
because you brought it up of some episode from like 3 years ago.
If
and
there's
gonna
a
be
picture
fat
of-
fucking tonsil stone on your lip.
Nasty.
Ted Cruz style.
Tonsil stone.
on your granny grave.
If you see a white dot on my lips, it's discoloration. It's not spittle. Guarantee you, because I'm on my shit. I had a math teacher. He would get the gnarliest spittle. He was such a nice guy too, but he would talk and he was foaming, and it was like it just looked like sludge on both sides of his mouth, man.
Have you ever seen someone get the little dot in the middle of their lip and then there's like a string every time they open their mouth?
Yeah, he had that
Horrible.
too. It's so dry. It's like drink some water, man.
My God.
That's all you got to do. Hydrate a little bit, my brother. Oh, Johnny. Of all the things you've done, this is the one I find most offensive. Not the spittle.
the last couple of years. Did you have a moment where you were like, you know,
It's it. That's the only thing that's
I'm
there.
like locked in.
All I hear is wow, 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 wow.
Scared of
Spittle,
the
spittle,
spittle?
spittle, spittle, spittle.
Is it gonna do a
I'm
trick?
not hearing
you think?
anything.
Any tricks?
looking back at the nude photos thing and you thought, that's actually really wrong?
Watching Trisha's video, the difference between her and Colleen's videos were Colleen made an ass out of herself and thought she was being cute and funny and gonna have a little
Is this
viral
still relevant?
Yeah.
moment.
Sorry.
Call Trish what you want, but like I felt the authenticity and I felt the hurt. And
Trisha, she came off devastated. Well, now that Trisha has made a video, Trisha is a victim in this story.
Oh, the text on screen is a note from Swoop. Says it took me over 20 minutes to try and get him to consider taking Trisha's pics down. Right, which is good. I mean, listen, if you feel bad about it,
right?
Spittle's still there.
Right, it's still there, dude. 20 minutes later, man. Well, at least it's not bigger. 20 minutes talking.
It's true.
The consistency is there.
Wanted to ask if there might be a time where you might consider taking those tweets down now that they kind of have served their purpose.
Some of them did get taken down. That is actually why I was put in Twitter jail. Because of some of
the fuck is Twitter jail?
He was locked out of his Twitter account.
She said, "I do not believe this adult man is at all sorry for exploiting Trisha." I mean, okay. I mean, listen, that's an opinion. I don't know.
Right. So you don't have to keep watching if you want. It was just to show that
But again, I'm not. My blaming in this situation is really not falling on him. That's my opinion.
Okay.
You know. And
I think he could have censored them.
What was? Don't remember. Was it?
It was like a tiny little flower over her. Like you could see what was going on. It was invasive and it was weird.
And he sent this in like a group
He
chat with
posted it
kids?
publicly on
Oh,
Twitter
okay.
to show that Colleen did send these photos.
So you think he should have blurred?
I think he should have censored them a little bit better.
Censored them better?
At least.
Oh God! Why did you do this, Cameron? Cameron,
Just the strong image that came to mind.
why would you do that?
I don't know.
No reason.
Goblin mode activated. or
It's a
something.
spittle fucking rapids.
Doesn't exactly look
Nasty.
like spittle.
Or vampiric. I mean, what the hell, man?
I googled rabies dog. for that.
Okay. Okay. What's the I got a good chance of surviving, I think.
Rabies?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I did not fuck my dog.
Okay. So we're done with this clip.
Yeah.
So he should have was he getting shit for not censoring it? Because I mean
I think people felt weird about it, but I mean, people were more occupied with the fact that like this proved
it happened.
Yeah.
Because it is good that he shared that, right? Ultimately.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
it was an important piece of evidence in the Colleen thing.
Mm-hmm.
So the criticism is that I can see him not censoring it enough, but maybe he could have erased it and censored it and re-put it up, or I see
Sure.
that he just erased it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. He left one up.
He left one up.
Yeah. For himself.
Okay.
And then if you want to watch the third clip, that's where Adam explains that Johnny told him he had to make a distinction between the fact that he was involved in the bullying, but Johnny was not.
Like, angry that this is the second time on this call with you today that I'm saying a similar thing where he has told us both two different stories. He told me, oh, well, what you did was really bad, but Colleen used to just send them to me and make me really uncomfortable.
He told you that you did something bad in that situation.
He told me that I was the one being inappropriate, whereas Colleen was harassing him with them because me and Colleen, and I'd said this on the record, it was our in-between bit back and forth, right? I was 14, she was whatever, 30-something, it was 14, 30-something. And Johnny said to me that basically I was acting inappropriate and he was being harassed by Colleen sending them to him, and our stories were different. So if I was going to go on the record with it, I had to make that distinction. So that makes me so angry knowing that not only again with the other one, but this time that you were told a different story than what I would.
Somebody's saying in chat that the controversy was that he came on the next day and acted like he's the one that chose them to delete them out of the kindness of
Right.
his good heart.
Right.
Right. So he's being misleading there.
Sure. And he also did use Swoop's words on the pod. She said,
It
"Do you
served its
think they've served
purpose."
their
Right.
purpose?" And then he
That's
said
a little
to you-
sneaky because he's basically, this hadn't come out and it wasn't going to come out for a while. So he's sneakily kind of
Mhm.
like, ooh, that's a good angle.
Yeah. So next.
But now what happened here? I didn't understand.
Oh, okay. So basically, it was just that like Swoop was told one story, which was that he would get the photos of Trisha online as well and send them. And then he told Adam that he would not do that. And that because Adam would do that when he was a minor, though, but Johnny was not a minor. But because Adam would do that, he had to say that in his videos when he talked about it, about the fact that Colleen would send them to him.
So they were both trading Trisha nudes with Colleen
Yeah.
separately.
Yep.
And then
It's just her thing, I
he
guess.
was saying, Adam, you are fucked up for sending these to her.
I don't know if he was that,
Or just to
obviously, but
paraphrase.
yes, he was saying, Adam, you're fucked up for sending them back to him. I didn't do that, so you have to tell people that you did that.
Oh, okay.
Even though you were a minor and I wasn't.
Okay. I'm gonna watch this again.
Okay.
This is 4 hours I'm trying to condense.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Take your time.
I want to make sure that. Okay.
Like, angry that this is the second time on this call with you today that I'm saying a similar thing where he has told us both two different stories. He told me, oh, well, what you did was really bad, but Colleen used to just send them to me and make me really uncomfortable.
He told you that you did something bad in that situation?
He told me that I was the one being inappropriate, whereas Colleen was harassing him with them because me and Colleen, and I'd said this on the record, it was our in-between bit back and forth, right? I was 14, she was whatever, 30-something, it was 14, 30-something. And Johnny said to me that basically I was acting inappropriate and he was being harassed by Colleen sending them to him, and our stories were different. So if I was going to go on the record with it, I had to make that distinction.
I see.
So that makes
my God.
That's crazy.
Right.
Okay, I understand. So when did this conversation between him and Adam happen, chronologically?
In between the allegations and the interview. So end of June, early July.
Okay, so this is a recent convo.
Yeah.
So Johnny went to Adam and he says, we both been exchanging nudes of Trisha with Colleen.
Mm-hmm.
The difference is I never sent it.
Right.
And I felt like Colleen was sending it to me and harassing me.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to admit that you're worse than me because you were reciprocating.
Yes.
As a child.
Yes.
And so he comes out looking better. Even though on paper, Adam's a child and Johnny's in his 20s. Do I have that right?
Yeah.
This one is people are saying I don't have the context. I don't know. I mean, listen.
I separated everything in a way that I think it will make sense at the end.
Okay, guys, we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna figure it out, you guys. And I see lots of I'm too high for this. I'm trying to untangle it for you guys as much as possible. All right, so we've seen enough of this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So then Swoop touches on Johnny's delusions of grandeur. In the first clip, Adam expresses to Swoop and tells her a story about when Johnny told him that his story was more important than Adam's.
Okay, delusions of grandeur.
And he was talking to me about how emotional this was going to be for him to make, and I was like, well, of course I'm going to support you. I specifically remember telling him, like, I'll watch it on my Twitch and I'll re-upload it to YouTube and I'll redirect everyone your way. Like everyone needs to hear you. Like, yours is equally as important as mine. And I remember his response to that was, or even more important, was exactly the words he said, and it will always stand out to me. I ended up doing that with that video. But he mentioned that he always wanted to speak about Josh. And the reason I didn't say anything was because me and Josh had talked privately before and we talked about things, and it wasn't my situation, so I didn't really say anything. But his overall aim was to make this, to build an audience and then make the Josh video. And he had made that very clear.
Okay. So, I got it. His story's more important than Adam's.
Mm-hmm. Well, did you get to the part where he said maybe even more important? I was typing.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Even more important, which is obviously pretty nutty to say.
Okay.
And then, I mean, the ultimate crime here is the Josh stuff, which is leading to.
That's the end of.
Yeah.
I put that all together. So then the second clip on this is Johnny.
But not everyone understands.
He's pretty much saying that if it were sexual grooming, it would have been better, but because it wasn't, it's worse. Click it. It's,
okay,
it's
let's
really disrespectful.
Let's twist our minds around that.
And
one.
that grooming doesn't always have a sexual component to it or a sexual kind of end goal, so that it can have different attempts at what it's leading towards. What do you think that Josh was grooming you for?
The most disturbing part, you would think it would be super disturbing if it was sexual, but that would just be pretty cut and dry. But never once did I ever feel like these people wanted to come on to me sexually, or any intent to exploit me in any ways. No.
Yeah, so maybe this is a good time to address another issue I face with Johnny Silvestri. He used my own quote about how not all grooming is sex to make the point that to him, his non-sex grooming is worse. Johnny was made very aware on multiple occasions that as a child, I was groomed and repeatedly sexually abused for years.
The most disturbing part, you would think it would be super disturbing if it was sexual, but that would just be pretty cut and dry. People don't quite understand what grooming is, which is why I appreciated your breakdown of it in the first segment. I actually highlighted that and posted it on TikTok. It could solely be for power, which to me sounds so much more disturbing. I mean, sexually is horrific, but just for no motive other than power and boredom, that is almost more disturbing than having a very set in stone motive behind what you're doing. Because I cannot confidently say what Joshua's motive was.
Even in
That's pretty wild. He has a tendency to just prioritize his own story, his own experiences above. And really, in in the concept of like, yeah, I know you were like, you were groomed for to be essayed, but I was groomed for no reason, and that's way worse.
Right. It's like he has a monopoly on being the victim. It's like it's very competitive.
Very interesting. Trying to profile him.
Right.
I do get the sense he's kind of just talking at this point.
Yes.
He's kind of just driving through the mist. Can't see much in front of him, you know what I mean? Like
he's just talking like an Oppenheimer, right?
It's just like the Oppenheimer movie.
Right.
I've said it once, and I know what it is because I've done it. And this is the Michael Scott thing. You just start a sentence and then figure it out.
Really know where it's
going.
Yeah.
I get the sense that's Johnny, something Johnny's partaking in. But obviously, yeah, I can see that's a crazy thing to say. That's pretty offensive.
Other offensive comments that he made on this call, if you go to the next slide, his comments on domestic violence were, or domestic abuse were not very sensitive when speaking
Johnny
about Josh.
is very aware now that Joshua has said he was domestically abused in his relationship with Colleen, yet Johnny felt it important to drag him in our interview for not proposing to Colleen, his alleged abuser, soon enough. You were a grown man in an abusive relationship and you stayed in it. And follows it up.
Wait, hold on. So Johnny's on this warpath against her ex, Josh.
Yes.
This is what he said. My life was toxic. Me. You are a grown man in an abusive relationship and you stayed in it? Wait, you both abused each other? Wait. That's crazy, Tate.
Yeah.
Like we're all as a society moved past these kinds of silly arguments about abuse.
I agree.
Like, oh, you stayed, so it's your fault. Like, we know you can't say that to a woman.
No, you can't say that.
But that it's weird to me that nobody was. Did anyone say anything about this at the time?
I'll be honest, I don't remember.
I did not see this. He says, I know these stories. You didn't care about my life and my pain when you completely disregarded me. How about some humanity for me, Joshua?
I do remember seeing some things that I was just like, what? But a lot of people, I think, they were trying to be really delicate and like not question, because obviously like that's not really your first go-to.
And we have no reason to think he was lying about anything.
Right, exactly.
And I would never say that.
Yeah.
Without any reason. Sheesh, that's fucked up.
Right.
But yeah, this is a wild take.
Yeah, and if you keep watching, he says something crazy.
He seems, frankly, like he just has a vendetta against Josh, and I wonder why.
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
We'll see. I have more.
So next.
Yeah. Oh wait, if you want to keep watching that clip, he does say something crazy.
Okay. Yep.
Johnny is very aware now that Joshua has said he was domestically abused in his relationship with Colleen, yet Johnny felt it important to drag him in our interview for not proposing to Colleen, his alleged abuser, soon enough. You were a grown man in an abusive relationship and you stayed in it. And follows it up to my face by saying this.
He actively chose to remain in this relationship.
Bro, you can't. That's like such a crazy take.
I know.
That's really weird that he would even like think that you could say that. Is it because he's a guy? I don't know. I feel like you would know you can't say that to a woman.
He had so many outs. He didn't propose for like 9 years. Why?
Bro, what?
Yeah.
This is crazy logic, brother. Oh, jeez.
Why did you enter a marriage that was so toxic if you knew it was so bad?
Bro,
you must have
what?
wanted something out of it, and it bit you in the ass.
Yeah, like probably a partner.
Yikes.
Love, family.
And he's saying all of this to Swoop, who has been so candid with him about her experiences.
She seems to be very, aware of how, people say shit like this to downplay others' experiences.
Yeah. There's one more line I want you to hear.
This take is like so archaic. It's like what you would see from like Fresh and Fit.
Right.
When talking about a woman.
Yeah. It's shocking.
Yeah, it's bad.
He fucked around and found out. And
what?
Yeah, bro. I don't.
You did not just say that.
That's not even the line I wanted you to hear.
Bro, you did not just say that he fucked around and found out and got abused. You fucked around and found out. That's what you get.
the ass. He fucked around and found out. And now he's just upset about it.
Dude, what?
No spittle. Spittle's gone.
Okay, that's good. Okay, that, I mean, obviously what he's saying is horrific, but at least no spittle.
No spittle. He's clean.
Johnny not only shamed Joshua for not proposing to Colleen soon enough, but he also shamed him for not leaving soon enough, stating that an alleged domestic survivor, quote, f***ed around and found out. And he said that for the entire world to see, for anyone like you out there who has survived abuse. And I know that you're out there, and I'm so sorry you have to hear disgusting words like his. And he said that to my face, knowing that I'm a survivor of DV. So sorry, fellow survivors, but according to Jonathan Silvestri, I guess we all f***ed around and found out.
At this...
Yeah, that's like... I don't even think Fresh and Fit would say something like that.
No.
They
like,
definitely would.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, I beat her. Why did she marry him? She fucked and she got her ass
would?
beat.
I hear it.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
imagine this.
He's probably said exactly that.
Imagine this. Let's flip the script and then pretend Fresh and Fit said it.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's say a football player's girlfriend, he beats her up.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, listen, she decided to marry him. She fucked around and found out.
I think it wouldn't surprise me, but
That
it would be
seems-
shocking enough to where we'd talk about it, you know? It'd be like, I can't fucking believe that they said this, but they're Fresh and Fit. They suck.
Yeah, we're still questioning if Fresh and Fit would say that.
I think
they
so.
definitely would.
They would. They're like, she deserved it.
Yeah.
They'd probably be
I feel like we've watched that clip.
They would probably be like, listen, I don't know what she did, but she definitely deserved to get her ass beat. Which is frankly like just a little less slick way of saying what he said. Kind of.
Right.
You fucked around and found out. Wow. I'm just trying to put myself in his mind where he thought like this was the right thing to say.
I think he has a lot of hatred for.
He hates
for
Josh. He wants bad things to happen to Josh.
Yeah.
Do we know why? Or do we have some?
We'll talk about it.
Okay. Wow, he really hates Josh.
Yes.
And I get the sense that he's willing to basically say or do anything to hurt Josh. Because his whole campaign was against Josh.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah. Some people actually do have the theory that like he was there taking heat off of Colleen because he didn't have any serious allegations against her besides like some weird things she would say on tour and the fact that like she didn't stand up for him with Corey. So that is, I don't really think that. I think that they're
That's
not
not
associated
why
anymore.
he was doing it.
Yeah, but that is something that's living on the Colleen Snark Reddit.
I mean, I would see
Or
it.
the
I would
Johnny
see it the other way, where it's like Colleen is already buried, so now let's focus people on Josh.
Mm.
I wouldn't see it as like I'm trying to get heat off
Mhm.
Colleen, because that's just not what happened.
At this point, I don't care that he was a victim.
What? Bro, I know. The shit he says right now is crazy. Right now is crazy.
I guess his point of view is that he victimized me, therefore he
Yeah.
deserved it. That's next level. Yo, you're next level, bro.
I guess we all f***ed around and found out.
At this point, I don't care that he was a victim because we're not talking about that story anymore. If he wanted to talk about that story, he had every opportunity in 2016.
Bro.
Okay, wait. Okay, let me unpack that. Josh was 16. What happened to Josh when he was 16?
In 2015, Joshua and Colleen got a divorce.
Okay.
So he's saying, if you were abused by your ex-wife, you could have talked about it then.
What did he mean about 16?
2016.
Oh, 2016.
Mhm.
Again, like another classic Survivor attack line.
Right.
Which is like, if the proof that you're lying about this is the fact that you waited this long to talk about it. He's hitting like every Survivor fallacy there is.
It's also interesting because a lot of the stuff that he's alleging and talking about took place years ago also.
You're right.
So
Why didn't you talk about the Trisha thing
so
until
what do,
now?
what do you stand for? I'm having a hard time.
These are bad opinions.
Right. These are bad opinions.
I just don't understand how he could miss the point so hard, because he's like so involved in what everyone's saying, what everyone's talking about. The man knows the right way to handle someone who's making an accusation, but like still somehow he's saying all the wrong things.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny, my boy.
Yeah.
What's the story with Johnny Appleseed? Was he a real guy?
Appleseed?
I think he was
Johnny
a real
Appleseed?
guy. Yeah.
I think there was a real Johnny Appleseed. I don't think he's like a Paul Bunyan situation, you know.
But there was a dude who spread his fucking apple seeds, and his
They
name
taught
was
about
Johnny.
us in kindergarten, right?
So
it
he's
must
like
be true.
he's like
There's
Johnny.
a statue of him here.
I always
like
loved
Crescent
Johnny
Heights.
Appleseed. I thought that was such a cool.
Do you think that Johnny Apple?
move.
There's probably some dark underbelly to the Johnny Appleseed.
Yeah, he was
story.
He was.
You know what I
fucking
mean?
kids, for sure.
Like all of those kind of.
Should I button that?
Huh?
What?
Should I button that joke?
I didn't hear
Oh,
it.
I didn't even hear what you
I
said.
said he was fucking kids.
Johnny Appleseed.
I mean, he's not.
I mean,
here
we don't
anymore.
know. What
He
is
may
it,
have
the
been.
Johnny Appleseed.
I
estate
just
gonna
I
sue us?
was feeling in context of the conversation. Maybe it was.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
But I think it's
Johnny
too late.
Appleseed's,
I
like,
think we're
long
too
gone.
late.
Show us.
Johnny Appleseed's real name was John Chapman. He was born in Leominster, Massachusetts, 1774. His dream was to produce so many apples that no one would ever go hungry. Okay, this guy's a saint.
That sounds lovely.
Although legend paints a picture of Johnny as a
Appleseed?
dreamy wanderer planting apple seeds throughout the countryside, research revealed him to be a careful, organized businessman who over a period of 50 years bought and sold tracts of land and developed thousands of productive apple trees.
My seed is all
That's
over
badass.
this place.
Did he
Swoop
sell
just
the
became
seed?
a
Did he
member.
sell the apples though? Is he just a shrewd apple salesman?
It sounds like this is corporate propaganda in a way.
This
Like the
man
whole
just made
Johnny
a
Appleseed
killing selling
myth.
apples.
Yeah.
That's like calling Bill Gates Billy window seed. He just wanted everybody to have windows.
Yep. For the good of the nation.
Well, anyway, my point of this whole tangent is that Johnny here is like Johnny Appleseed, except instead of seeds, he drops terrible takes.
Swoop just became a member.
Hi,
Hello,
Swoop.
Swoop.
Hi, girl.
Hi, girl. I hope we're doing you proud.
Yeah, like people are saying I'm not having the full context, and I understand, right?
We'll get there.
That's
So,
what we're here to do.
I
We're
changed
untangling
the
it.
We're in
order
the-
a little
in the
bit to try
process.
and make more sense when I was telling it in a shorter form.
I'm understanding
Thank
now.
you.
But
I'm
again,
happy.
I just want to encourage people to go watch her whole vid.
100%.
Yeah.
I also encourage.
Isn't there a Johnny Appleseed song?
I'm sure there is.
That's a badass
I don't
life
know.
goal, though.
I don't know one.
My seed is all over this place.
Johnny Seed be like, all right, back to Swoop.
Okay.
I'm not even going to waste my breath explaining how absolutely disgusting
That was
it
the
is
line I
to
wanted you
shame
to hear. He could have talked about it in 2016.
Dude, that's nuts. I mean, that's basically being like, no, Nazis are not that bad.
Right.
Like, it's that level of unself-awareness.
Yeah, it's pure ignorance. It's very confusing.
Like, yeah, I mean, the Nazis did some stuff, but they built roads and stuff. Like, the fuck? I'm not saying he's a Nazi, for the record. Though I wouldn't be surprised. No, I'm kidding.
All right, and a bombshell was dropped in their
Oh, shit.
6-hour interview.
Oh, Swoop said, thank you, Ethan, Olivia, and the whole H3 team for covering this. Thank you, Swoop.
Thank you, Swoop. Thank
We
you
salute
for
you.
everything you do.
So there's a bombshell coming up?
Yes. So Johnny
Oh, shit.
lets it slip that he was in group chats with minors as well. So if you want to click that.
Huh. With Colleen.
With Colleen, but we also find some things out later.
Okay, let's see.
Grooming. People love to misconstrue. I'm
That's
sure.
inappropriate. Zach. Nobody? Okay. Play it again, Zach?
I thought it's inappropriate.
I was
Johnny-
kidding. It was a joke, but I guess it missed. It missed.
Because Johnny was so prominent in the fan base and he worked on Colleen's tour, Johnny actually built a little fan base of his own.
Really?
And he had a Johnny.
He had Johnny's apple seeds.
He had a Johnny fan.
Yo! Because he was talking about Corey's clits. I mean, that is pretty disgusting.
Right.
But he had Johnny apple seeds. Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
Right.
Not good.
No. The more you think about it, the worse it gets.
Fuck me, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be like, oh no, Johnny was in DMs with minors. I was. I'll be the first person to say it.
Bro, what are you doing?
Yeah, what?
Oh, okay.
Why are you doing this? You're burying yourself, bro.
Mhm.
She talked to his ass for 6 hours.
I think, yeah, because he just kept going and kept talking and telling on himself.
She's pretty
job,
slick.
Swoop.
That's what
Yeah.
they do in
Yeah.
depositions.
Exactly.
It's 6 hours long.
Amazing.
You can't go longer because it's considered like cruel and unusual, unless of course you're interrogating like a mentally what's the nice word?
Neurodivergent?
Yeah, like a neurodivergent child. Then you can interview them for 48 hours without a parent involved.
That'd be crazy.
You know, that's what the police like to do. But in the depositions, I mean, I've only done it once, but I know what the strategy is. They fatigue you for 4 hours, and then they come at you with the really hard shit the last 2 hours.
And your brain's
And it is
fried at
true.
that
Like
point.
when that happened to me, you get fatigued. You really do.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
But she held this shit together for a long time.
He
And
did.
look at him. He's spilling like the Titanic. Does Titanic spill?
I don't think.
I mean,
Sure.
they had the safety.
They took a spill.
Because they had the safety compartments and they were spilling over.
Totally.
True.
There was water spillage, I'm sure.
And
all
he
over.
is sinking like the Titanic.
Yeah.
Maybe a stretch.
I
Let me
was
go back. I
in
want to hear this again.
group that originally was.
This man really
was a
said that.
Colleen. I was in DMs with misconstrue.
So if you
and
then
in
click
our
on... Actually, watch this.
Yeah, yeah.
opinion, legitimate grooming.
People love to misconstrue. I'm sure if you, as they're gonna be like, oh no, Johnny was in DMs with minors. I was. I'll be the first person to say it. I was in the group that originally was a Colleen group chat that I had been added in. My friend, who I am not friends with anymore, overtook that and created the group where he decided to start grooming teenage girls on the internet.
So,
you know, there were also
pause it.
Everybody's a groomer.
Probably should have
We're
kept
not going
that
to the
to
next slide
yourself,
yet, but the
my
next
guy.
slide is about that friend. That friend's name is Tim, and they were best friends for a decade. And in that decade, they were in group chats with kids, and Johnny alleges that Tim groomed those kids. And also, Swoop said that it's to remain anonymous, but she and her team think that actual legitimate grooming took place with Tim in those chats.
So Johnny was in a chat with minors, with
Yeah.
Josh, Colleen, him, his homie Tim. Everybody's grooming, not Johnny.
Oh.
Everybody is grooming.
Let that first clip play.
Chat rooms or DMs that I was added to during tour. And it was tricky because I didn't want to be in DMs with a bunch of teenage girls. Like, I was, confident in my sexuality. If anything, I want boys, men.
I wanted to
Yeah.
be in a group with
That was
What am I gonna do with underage girls?
yeah.
Look at that
Boy.
face it paused on.
I
by
know.
the way.
What's happening?
That-
What the fuck is happening,
I like
dude?
choked when I heard that the first time.
He's
That's a great frame to pause on there.
he's really just. Did someone give him a truth serum or something?
What did Swoop do?
This man is sinking the boat.
Yikes.
Listen, my friend was grooming girls, and that was vibes. But
That
I
was
was
fuck
like,
'cause I want boys.
I don't want to fuck girls.
Right.
So that's why I went and made my own chat with minor boys.
Crazy.
I got to go back and listen to that again.
And, because I did DMs that I was added to during tour. And it was tricky because I didn't want to be in DMs with a bunch of teenage girls.
Because at first I was like, okay, because you were an adult,
Right.
and it felt inappropriate.
Right.
Mhm.
But that's actually not the take.
Mm-hmm.
That I didn't even know that there was a fork, because like the other take I couldn't even conceive of,
Yeah.
which is
Like, I was, confident in my sexuality.
Confident in
if
my
anything, I want
sexuality.
men to be in my DMs.
Now, why are we marrying sexuality with the idea of group chats with minors?
good point. Good point. Because he's like, the only reason anyone's in these group chats is try to fuck somebody.
To be a stan of somebody and to own it, I guess. Sure.
Wow. That's crazy.
Now, as a reminder, John, when he was on Colleen Ballinger's crew back in 2018, when he was a 22-year-old man, would
the end of that clip I wanted you to see. If you want to click the next one,
Okay.
Johnny, based on his own definition of grooming, participated
This
in
one right
exactly
here?
that.
Okay.
Some,
Because Johnny is
maybe
like
a little bit.
He's very. He casts the grooming net very broadly. It
Yes.
sounds like.
Yes.
And actually, if you ask Johnny, the one where you don't know why they're grooming is the worst one.
Right. That's the worst one.
So let's see. Maybe he's the worst offender of all.
Older, which I know is a tricky topic too, because some people are like, I was 21 and in a group chat with 17-year-olds, and it's like, calm down, you're fine. The issue is the power imbalance that these adults had with us children.
Just as a reminder, Johnny, you had a power imbalance with your underage fans.
Okay.
So
Who are
that
these
bus
people?
is Colleen's tour bus that he met fans outside of. He would hold unofficial meet and greets.
Oh, he did.
Yes.
So there was
And-
people. He had
yeah.
fans.
Yes, he had fans because people knew who he was because Colleen would vlog. Colleen did her shows. He was in the shows.
I'm gonna read this.
I'm sure I probably knew who he was at one point.
Okay. And then he's like, yo, I have my own little fan meetups,
Mhm.
which is a little weird.
Yeah.
My guy.
Since it's Thanksgiving, I wanted to say I'm super thankful for the wonderful people I've met on here. I met my best friends in the whole world and some amazing people to look up to that I can't imagine my life without. I love you guys. Is that him? Or no, that's someone else. These are one of the, oh wow, these are really young, these girls.
This is Johnny with his fans.
A year ago today, me and Sammy met Johnny for the first time and immediately stand him. I don't even know where to begin. I honestly don't know where my life would be if I hadn't met Johnny, and I'm so beyond thankful for him. I can't believe it's been a year since this amazing yada yada.
Yeah. So if you want to go to the next slide.
Here, I'm just gonna keep watching. Oh, then here's Johnny DM'd me. So he reached. Okay. Let me ask this question in context of this whole situation.
Okay.
Can an older person have an appropriate relationship with a minor, like at all? Like, let's say Josh was reaching out because he wanted to mentor them and he wanted to take care of them. And Johnny is apparently talking to them for the same purpose. So, but then somehow it always devolves into grooming.
Swoop discusses that. She talks about how dangerous it is to cast such a wide net in terms of the definition of grooming. And let me remember what exactly. She says, like, based on your own definition, any adult speaking with someone underage is grooming.
Right. And it begs the question, I mean, is this relationship ever appropriate?
Right.
Because, I mean, it is important for kids to have role models and people to look up to. But maybe that intimate a connection is just not appropriate. I don't know.
Yeah, and maybe not talking about adult
Clits.
subjects. Yeah,
Corey's clits.
With
Johnny's
13-year-olds.
apple seeds.
Yeah.
Dude, chill, man. Talking about kids, man. That dude is out of pocket. I mean, personally, from myself, I would never be in a chat with a child.
No.
In a private message with a child. Or if I was, it would be very brief. And it would be very like, here's the thing, I'm out. If they said like, hey, something's up, I need, and if I cared about it, it's like, here's the thing, I'm out.
Yeah, because we don't have anything else to talk about with a baby.
I wish you the best. I hope
Yeah.
you get through it.
Probably should have kept that to yourself, my guy.
Totally.
But then if there's a kid who really needs
your help,
there's got other people in real life though.
Well,
Maybe not. I don't
Their
know.
Big Brother programs and stuff. They're not grooming.
Well,
they're mentors to them.
That's tricky because teachers and people like that, they do that.
Right, but it's also different when it's someone that you watch online and you're a huge fan of.
Right.
Than a teacher.
There's that mystique.
Yes.
It's a difficult question. I'm not sure what's the right answer.
Either.
But I know that if anyone pushes it far, I mean that's weird. Like to actually, I don't know. It seems weird to me.
If you go to the next slide.
Next slide.
So people began posting on the Colleen Snark Reddit about Johnny and possible allegations regarding him. And due to the Colleen Snark Reddit rules, which said like you cannot disparage any of the victims coming forward, they were taking them down. The mods were taking them down, which that makes total sense. So then Reddit, those people went and they started a new one called Truth About Johnny. And
Johnny has his own snark subreddit?
yes, he does. So let's talk about what was brought to light.
So wait, where did these people come from?
The Colleen Snark Reddit.
Oh, they didn't want the Johnny snark.
Because the rules in the Colleen Snark Reddit are that you cannot disparage any of the people coming forward speaking against Colleen.
Okay, they want to keep it
Yes.
tight, which is smart.
Which is smart.
So now we got Truth About Johnny.
Yes. So things that Swoop reveals right now in her video is that Johnny was in group chats and video chats with minors for the entirety of his 20s. Johnny identifies to being a mentor to his fans. He even uses the word, which is very reminiscent of when he told the story of Josh mentoring him.
The worst type of grooming.
Yeah, I mean, that's
In
what
his
they
words.
say. That's what Johnny
In
says.
his words.
And so something that Swoop also mentioned is that directly following the pop-up of this Truth About Johnny Reddit, apparently the people that this Reddit were claiming were Johnny's victims all reached out to Swoop right away. And she said that
Johnny's
to
victims?
defend Johnny. So, and Swoop was like, that was concerning a little bit.
Huh. Okay. I'm reading interesting comments because I'm genuinely curious about what people think about like the adult
Oh, tell me.
minor connection. Because I do think it's different than when I was a kid because there was no social media. That connection was just not made. But I can imagine how weird it would be if a teacher was in my DMs.
Yeah. On
Well,
that
teachers
level,
aren't
yeah.
in.
I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to think of that kind of relationship. Because because he's an adult who holds some authority.
Yeah.
Maybe not literally, but he has that power. What do you think, Dan?
I don't know. I need to see more.
What about okay, whatever. Thank you. So I'll watch. Let's see.
Video chats. Johnny had his own super fans. Johnny built relationships with a number of minors for years.
Where did they get this footage from?
The Truth About Johnny Reddit.
So there's people in Truth About Johnny who were...
And Swoop was in contact with some of the people in Johnny's
God, this shit goes so deep. We're in like the 10th layer of hell right now.
I know.
It's
just like bad people breed bad people, I guess. I honestly, I will never get it.
We're like 10 chat rooms deep.
Yeah.
Of Inception. But no, so somebody in that saved an image of it?
Yeah.
What the
Well, I mean,
F?
when you're doing something fun as a kid and you're talking to your idol or whatever, you're going to document it.
Sure.
Yeah. And it was recent enough to where like they had super easy access to like Snapchats and stuff.
Right.
Broken and adults speaking to minors in group and video chats. Johnny had his own super fans. Johnny built relationships with a number of minors for years. Johnny promised people he had left these group chats after his employment with Colleen ended and lied about it. Johnny has spoken to these fans publicly and privately and had secrets.
Dude, somebody's got mad receipts on him.
Yeah.
This is way more receipts than Colleen or Josh or Corey's clips. No, in terms of like the chat room stuff.
I guess.
This is like 20 different chat rooms.
That's true.
I mean, okay, let me walk that back. I don't mean like receipts.
No, in terms of like visuals.
Yeah, and visual, like someone documented so many of these.
Mm-hmm.
With them for years. But on top of all of that, Johnny has given his fans so much attention, both publicly and privately. He's very committed to keeping the specifics of those relationships a secret. At least 2 of his fans had the immediate reaction to try to get me to keep parts of this story a secret.
Programming, manipulation, tactics, love bombing, words of affirmation they use towards people when they're in sticky situations that make these people feel good and inclined to go online and fight for them.
So I just want to ask a very simple question. Based on Johnny's very own flexible definition of grooming, as well as the actual definition of grooming, who in the story I'm telling today fits the bill on both? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Girl, you know the answer.
Yeah. We love you, Swoop.
He really put himself in the corner. Yeah. I mean, he spent this whole time being like, everybody's a groomer. Damn, bro.
It's just if you
a little
know,
self-awareness.
Yeah, that you're involved in all of this shit, why not keep your mouth?
He came out, dude. He did this to himself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
he came out and he just, wow. So what was that she kind of glossed over? People he used to talk with.
Here, if you go to the next one, that's...
Came and said, don't include a few of these pieces, please.
Oh, that part was that the Reddit was alleging 3 victims. And 2 of those people messaged Swoop right away.
Victims of what?
Victims of being in minors, being in like video chats when they were minors and like in group chats when they were minors with Johnny.
The worst form of grooming. According to Johnny.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
Okay. And so 2 of the 3 immediately reached out to her and said what?
Well, she didn't say exactly what they said.
She said they urged
they urged her to keep part of it a secret.
In the story, the definition of grooming, very
good and inclined to on their antics.
Of this story had the immediate reaction to try to get me to keep parts of this story a secret.
What I interpreted that as like they're embarrassed.
Maybe.
And they don't want people to know.
Yeah, maybe.
But it could mean that they're trying to defend him. I don't know. It's a little cryptic.
Yeah. So the next slide is about Tim Connolly. This is Johnny's ex-best friend of 10 years. They are no longer associated. But something we know about Tim is that he would host group video calls with his minor fans,
and it's what
ranging 13 to 15 years old, where he would get drunk. He would encourage them to drink.
No!
And he would teach them about sex. He apparently still hangs out with his minor fans to this day. And Swoop says that it had to remain anonymous, but her team thinks that he is an actual predator based on things that have been shared with them.
We're talking about Johnny's bestie.
Yeah, Tim. And then those video chats, Swoop found out that Johnny would be present for at least a year. He was on those video calls with his friend Tim as recently as 2020, which is when he was 24 years old.
And then is Tim getting access to these minors via Johnny?
Well, he was a prominent person in Colleen's fandom as well.
Dude, this is like the Catholic Church.
Bro, it's crazy.
At this point.
It's crazy.
What is this photo too? Like what the
Something
fuck
that Swoop says. I know,
on.
right? I don't know.
Jesus.
He's giving him the choir boy mark.
Yeah.
But Swoop does compare Johnny to Ghislaine Maxwell.
Swoop compares Johnny to Ghislaine Maxwell.
Wait, who's the Epstein in this?
And Epstein is Tim.
Is Tim?
Yes.
This kid?
Okay.
That was the comparison made.
I see what she means though. He gets him leads.
Yeah.
Yo, this whole Colleen empire is crazy.
Fucked up.
And you got Tim Connolly down at the bottom.
Yes.
Having drunk parties.
This part of the video, I encourage you, if you're confused, you should definitely go watch. Because Swoop she did so much work. It's crazy.
Swoop diddy doop.
Swoop diddy do, for reals.
I need to pee. I'm going to run. I'll be right back.
That's actually good because the next section is the Josh section and then we're done.
Okay, be back.
It's the big section.
I'm not taking a pause to pee.
Take a brief intermission, I suppose. There was somebody earlier who I wanted to thank who donated 100 memberships to the channel.
Wow.
I sent it earlier, but we were in the midst of talking about all this. Where is it? Past Chris Christie. Here we go. Aspen's so awesome. Aspen's so awesome. Thank you. If you're still watching, sorry we didn't acknowledge it earlier.
Oh wow. Swoop says Johnny posted that he would bring Colleen's fans to Tim. So he just admitted it pretty much.
Huh?
Wait, say that again?
Johnny posted that he would bring Colleen's fans to Tim.
Okay. So maybe the Ghislaine thing does
that sounds
pan
pretty much
out.
lined up. That's fucking insane.
It is pretty fucking insane. Let's see what else we got. Oh, there was somebody else. Oh, right. The guy from the Tiger Stadium donated $50. Brandon, here it is. Brandon Cardenas, the Tigers production guy. And there was an event happening on the concourse, so I promised people heard it. And shout out to AB and Lena from Detroit. Go Tigers! Thank you, Brandon.
Woo!
Thank you.
Play some Zach Lewis next time.
Yeah.
Shout out, thank you, Cam. Appreciate
Anytime,
that, buddy.
Zach did his show at the Soda Room this past weekend.
And we rocked them like a hurricane.
Did you
get it?
I get it. Did you play that song?
No, we did not play that song.
Why not?
I don't know. Wasn't in the set.
What is this, Dono? $20. Breaking news: Johnny Silvestri, first man ever to lay down with dogs and come up with no fleas.
What?
Oh, because everybody was grooming but him, right? That was Dan, can you tell me I'm cool, please? I'm having a bad day and need a pick-me-up. Go Lucky Arrow. What are you having a bad day for?
He's so cool.
You're so cool.
He's so cool.
Let's see. What's going on with Go Lucky Arrow? What is this profile picture? That's the profile picture of a cool guy. Or
You look
girl.
very cool.
Cool person. Anybody identify what this is?
Wait, pull it up.
Just a man like feeling it.
He's just feeling it.
I think it's a stock photo.
It's just
Is that Hasselhoff?
Oh, is it Hasselhoff?
Yeah.
I think you're right. Good eye, Zachy. Good eye. All right. Well, shout out. You're very cool. You got a Hasselhoff profile picture.
Thank you,
Love
everybody. We're going for the long haul, so I got to, you know what I mean? I got to empty the bladder.
I feel you.
Yeah.
It's not easy. All right, so we are talking about Tim. Oh, this is just, that's it.
We're done talking about Tim.
Do we have any receipts about Tim? What do we know about Tim?
I'll be honest, I was a bit confused. I really encourage you to watch. He sounds like a horrible guy who is a predator and talks to minors and still hangs out with minors.
So Swoosh has more receipts.
Swoop
What did I
does
say?
have more information.
You both said swoosh.
Sorry, girl.
Sorry, girl. It was Ethan's fault.
I'll take that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Swoop has spoken with some of Tim's alleged victims anonymously.
So why aren't we talking about Tim, Johnny? That's the question.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Right.
Why aren't we talking about Johnny?
Why aren't we talking about Johnny? Johnny?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so now let's talk about Johnny's life-ruining accusations against Joshua Evans, Colleen Ballinger's ex-husband, if you don't know who he is.
Next slide.
This is the first tweet where Johnny accuses Josh of grooming him.
So this was a big deal.
Yes.
And I remember it kind of blew all of our minds because we're like, Colleen, her best friend, they're all in chats. And then when you learn like her husband too, it just all starts to get really bizarre. Johnny says, I was groomed by Josh as a teen. And then they literally ended up doing almost the exact same shit he did to me. Wait, I'm confused by the...
He's talking about like Adam's story. They did the exact same shit to me, he's saying.
They are no different, and there's so much more behind all of this. It was over a decade of manipulation and torment from multiple sources, and that's just my story.
So, there's that one.
Pretty cryptic.
Right. Then, Josh messages Johnny an apology, if you would like to read it.
This is interesting. And then he publishes the apology to give his story credibility.
You want me to read it?
Go ahead.
Okay. I was in the wrong. You felt abandoned or disregarded. That's the honest truth. I never would have done it. Oh, just for clarity, Johnny's final like communication with Josh was that after the divorce, apparently his mentor, man who was grooming him, totally ghosted him and left him.
Okay.
So, I was in the wrong, Josh says. You felt abandoned or disregarded. That's the honest truth. I never would have done it if I fully understood how it would end up. Your heart mattered then, and instead of handling it head on, I thought you'd lose interest and move to something else. That was incredibly wrong on my part. You were young and deserved transparency and protection. I straddled the fence on being like an internet big brother to you, and also feeling like it was becoming unhealthy for your well-being and development.
Hold on. That's an interesting admission.
Yeah.
Our relationship was unhealthy for your well-being?
I think that because Swoop does do a bit of investigating about their relationship and how close they really were. Based on what Swoop has found, it seems that they were not super close. I think that Josh is validating Johnny's feelings in this message. I think that this was in good. You know what I mean?
Good faith.
Yeah.
So it could be construed as Josh just trying to keep this kid who's showing a lot of interest in him at arm's length. Okay.
This doesn't erase anything that you felt or went through. I thought you were a great kid. You seemed a lot like I was as a teen, so it felt okay to befriend you. It wasn't okay. I should have never interacted with you beyond some tweets and saying hi at meet and greets. You deserve a happy and healthy future, Johnny. I played a role in messing some of that up. My hope is that this apology helps you see that you were never in the wrong. You wanted a friend. That's it. I gave you the illusion that I could be that friend, which at the time I genuinely thought I could be until I began to realize that the amount of attachment that you were feeling.
Interesting.
Yes. No,
Well,
it's blue because Swoop is in communications with Josh. Yes.
So, I mean, yeah, I can see this, like, definitely, if we're
And
being
Josh
as
posted
charitable as possible to Josh, as, like, he saw this and he genuinely was like, wow, I didn't know that he was, like, it was that serious, but I want to apologize.
Yes.
For how it made you feel.
That's what it seems to me, at least. And then,
Also, he ends by saying, I genuinely thought I could be till I realized the amount of attachment that you were feeling. And also, I mean, it could be that Josh was responsibly keeping this kid at arm's length.
And we will see.
There's okay.
You'll see. So,
but the fact that Johnny published this to give, because this basically, when we saw this, we're like, oh, everything he's saying is true, right? Or at least,
I do remember being like, oh, Josh is apologizing.
Yeah. So what did he do? And Johnny, okay, interesting.
Right.
Okay.
So Johnny continues accusing Josh vehemently of being a groomer.
Not letting up.
Here he says, just as bad, if not worse, than Colleen. He doesn't get a free pass just because he's been doing everything in his power to save face. Joshua, after the divorce, left YouTube. He posted a few times, like over quarantine and stuff like that, but he really ended his YouTube career with the divorce. So I don't know what he means by he's getting a free pass to save face. Everyone's forgiving him on my behalf, and it's pretty disheartening. I don't forgive him, well, yet at least. Curious.
So again, he's laying it on real thick.
So then Johnny posted, how dare you call me vindictive at Joshua after all you've put me through? How dare you? And Josh responds and then includes the attachment where he does call Johnny vindictive in their DMs. But he
Well,
responds,
okay.
yeah.
He is being vindictive. The question is it warranted or not? He is being vindictive. There's no question about it, right? Sometimes it's warranted. But so what Johnny does here, he says, just as bad, if not worse than Colleen. When I read that, I'm hearing that something terrible happened. It's not
That's also
public,
what I assumed.
right? Because how could he be worse? Okay, Joshua said, I did. My voice was taken from me years ago. I was silenced and threatened repeatedly. I face my mistakes daily and have worked on myself. I will continue to do so. That being said, I will not be silenced again. My heart goes out to you, Johnny. I also deserve to protect my new life. More.
Yes. So this is after the first apology that Josh sends. Now he sends, Johnny, I truly understand your anger. This is getting vindictive. I lost everything, and it's taken me years and years to slowly build my life back up from nothing into something worth living for. I never once had intentional, malicious intentions back then or now. My apology was sincere, not perfect, but sincere. The internet isn't my life anymore. It's not my job. I have a quiet little life and have been working so hard on myself to be okay after all the trauma I personally went through. He dealt with alcoholism and is now sober. Congratulations. Death threats, targeted bullying for years. They even went after my little sister. I lost a career and my self-worth. I was suicidal and dragged through the mud for so long. That doesn't negate your life and how you feel. And I'm not saying this to erase your experience. I just don't understand why you choose to go this route toward me specifically. I never went after you or anything remotely close to that. My divorce, my parents' sudden divorce, the alcoholism took over my life. I didn't want to live anymore. I'm far from perfect, but man, I'm trying.
So once again, I'm assuming that Johnny posted these. And it seems like he's not responding to him either.
Actually, Josh posted this publicly.
Oh, Josh posted this one. Okay, interesting. Go ahead.
Okay. You'll see the next one he does publicly and is just like, I'm just going to do this publicly to remain transparent. I want everyone to see it. So then he said, what they did to you and to me was absolutely terrible. I played a part, but not to mold, control, or abuse you. You may not see that right now, but I'm doing my best to speak honestly. I should have reached out to you earlier. I was experiencing my own trauma and barely made it out alive. I don't say that lightly. It's just the truth. After years of suffering, healing, and growth, I'm here trying my best. I finally crawled out of such a dark place, a place that almost killed me. I'm human, Johnny. I didn't do things the right way at times, but I never intended to hurt you, ever. My entire life went up in flames in more ways than I ever want to divulge. Why try to burn it down all over again?
I definitely feel like what he's saying is true about himself.
Yeah.
But I also understand how tricky it is for Josh to tell all this to Johnny when you're assuming that he's in good faith, sharing his experience. How do you approach that? It's very difficult.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
So Josh posted this.
So yes, and then Josh posts this public one. He tags Johnny. He says, Johnny, I'm doing this publicly to remain transparent. I owe you an apology. You were young when I thought I could mentor you in a positive way. I should have never given you my number. That was inappropriate. I shouldn't have asked you to tweet on my Sarah account. That was his like little character that he had.
Okay, those are inappropriate relationships.
Right. It felt
definitely.
harmless, and I understand now that that was a mistake. I made a lot of mistakes back then. I'm so sorry for ever making you feel disregarded and tossed to the side. My life was toxic and chaotic for a long time. I was toxic. I was chaotic. You were young and needed consistency and protection. I did not give that to you. Your pain is real. Your healing journey is real. My hope is that I can help remove some of the burden by acknowledging your experience and taking accountability. I'm sorry, Johnny, not for wanting to be your friend and internet big brother, but for failing at it and walking away in the way that I did. I hope in time you feel vindicated and at peace, regardless of how you feel towards me. I only wish the best for your future, Josh.
So what was the response when he posted this?
He was angry. He was just like,
No,
whatever.
like the people's response.
Yeah.
The people's response. How did people respond to this?
Oh,
to Josh?
people were like, people didn't really know because we didn't know what Johnny was
people
alleging.
were probably telling him to fuck off.
I'm sure that there was a countless amount of people telling him to fuck off. I remember just being very confused.
Because he keeps apologizing, so you're assuming something.
Yeah.
Something happened. More tweets from Johnny. Joshua groomed me with Colleen. I was 15 when this all started. They double timed me. I was hit from both sides. Any OG fan knows this. They all saw the strange dynamic they had with me. The more that comes out, the better you'll understand. Thanks for your patience.
Yeah. And then if you want to watch, the link on this is just like what he proceeded to do when he went on a bunch of different podcasts.
So with all
and
of that
told the
context
story.
in mind, let's look at what Johnny proceeded to do. Over the course of the following month and a half, Johnny made YouTube videos, posted on TikTok, held Instagram lives, and every day he tweeted many, sometimes even dozens of times about Joshua David Evans. He vented on the H3 podcast, in my opinion, manipulating Olivia, Ethan, and Ela, who have done tireless.
That's us.
Hey guys.
Hi,
Hi, you look so cute.
Best show.
The H3 podcast or the H3 podcast.
That's right.
Work to try to cover this story and support the victims. He told his story to me as well, and he reached out to Lily and Jesse of the Do We Know Them podcast, asking if they would like to interview him. Look, Mom, I'm on a podcast.
Not a great vibe.
So if you go to the next slide.
Now, during this time, Johnny was suspended for 24 hours on his new account. He was banned from his previous Instagram account and has now been...
Okay. Next one.
So.
The bell is ringing.
After Swoop's 6-hour interview with Johnny, she reconvened with her team. They met. They talked about everything. She, this photo.
I love it. No, I'm just more the graphic.
Thank you. I did.
Swoop's calling.
Swoop calling. Absolutely.
Will you answer?
Answer that shit.
You gonna? Would you answer?
You picking up?
Swoop's
calling. You
I'd
picking up?
answer.
I'm not getting on a call with Swoop for 6 hours. You're gonna turn my life upside down.
Destroy your life.
I'd be like, man, that was a great call.
That was an incredible call. Okay, so.
Dude, he must have been so blindsided by her video.
So in this phone call, Swoop tells Johnny everything that she knows. She knows that he was in group chats with kids. She knows.
Second call.
Yes,
She
this is a
confronts
second call.
him.
This is She is asking him. This is July 20th, 2023. She calls Johnny. She asks him what he wants to do about the fact that she knows these things about him. He responds to
first
her
access to live show tickets.
that
Is that
he
you
knows.
anyway? Thank you, guys.
happening?
Oh, that's
your
me.
laptop, dude.
That's me. Sorry, guys. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so
No, go back.
yeah, I want to. Where do I click?
So he tells Swoop that he knows that being in those chats was inappropriate and wrong. When Swoop asks him about taking accountability, he said that too much attention would be aimed at him and away from the Colleen victims. And then that's when Swoop decided she was going to make this.
Is there audio of this?
It's like
So there is audio of this.
there is,
It's
and
just
I encourage you to
gotta
watch it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm consolidating stuff.
So in defense of himself, he says, it's not about me, it's about them.
Right.
Essentially.
Right.
Which is definitely a red flag considering he's speaking so broadly about things that he's doing.
Mhm.
And then when he's doing it, it's not a problem. Only when they're doing it.
Yes. So
Very
she,
interesting.
She asks him what he wants to do about that. And she also asks him for full transcripts of all of his messages with Josh.
Ooh.
Yes. After this call, Swoop says that Johnny does not tweet about Josh again.
Ooh.
And after some hesitation, Johnny does, in fact, send Swoop his transcripts.
He did?
He does.
How does she know that? Oh,
You'll see.
shit, dude. This is next level. I know what's happening.
Yeah. So what Johnny did not know is that if you click the first clip, Swoop also asked Josh to send his
Dude,
Twitter DM
Swoop is
transcripts.
fucking bad.
Yo,
Yep.
you just got fucking swooped,
And he
dude.
sent it, Josh
You got
sent it
Swoop.
right away. You got Swoop.
Yo!
Swoop. Yo, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
So Joshua sent his transcripts right away.
That's fire.
And his
Johnny, you got,
transcripts, yeah.
you got Roy. Swoop. This is crazy. It's so sad. It's so satisfying when you can for sure, this is the truth. This is the swoop.
This is the Swoop.
Because you compare them.
Yep. Side by side.
Slick. I love that slickness.
Me too.
All right, so I'm going to click the first link.
Yes.
Hold on, girl.
For his Twitter DM history with Johnny, but I did.
About it. Nothing.
I didn't have to tell Johnny, but I did. And so when I asked Josh for his Twitter DM history with Johnny, he sent me a screen recording from top to bottom of 20 total DMs between 2012 and 2016 when they had stopped speaking. 14 of those messages were from Johnny to Joshua, and the remaining 6 messages were replies from Joshua.
20? That's it? It's not a lot. Were they communicating in other ways?
He says that they were also texting, but Swoop poses. She thinks that this is either all of the messages that they've exchanged and the rest is public on Twitter, or they have very few texts.
Okay. I mean, if there was a significant amount of other communications, I assume one of them would have brought it up.
There are more
as
doctored
evidence.
texts.
There are?
Yes.
Okay, so we're looking at DMs, or these are texts?
Yeah, let's watch the first one first.
Okay.
Joshua answering 2 of Johnny's questions, meaning Joshua only ever answered Johnny twice in 4 years. Once to a public question Johnny asked him on Twitter, and the other to a question about a show that Joshua was playing. The entire exchange also began with Johnny initiating the conversation by telling Joshua that he was depressed and in need of guidance back in December of
One more time. How old is Johnny during this? Like when he says, I'm depressed, that's the first message you sent him. Is he a minor or is he
Let me make sure.
an
Does that
an
say
adult,
2012?
quote unquote adult? Oh, I can pull it up. You want me to?
Well, I can do the math to see how old Johnny was because he's 27 now in 2023.
It says February 2014 seems to be the first one here.
Okay.
At least that she's showing. Or well, hold on. This is no. This is December 2012.
2012.
Yeah, December 2012.
So he was 16?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's very young. Okay, that's good to know.
Screen recording from top to bottom of 20 total DMs between
how old is
2012 and
Josh?
2016 when they
Josh
had
was
stopped
almost 30,
speaking.
I think.
Okay. That's a big difference.
14 of those messages were from Johnny to...
By the time
People are
that
saying 18.
it was, well, that was by the time that they stopped talking.
So I was talking about in the
when
beginning.
they began.
He was 16.
He met them in person for the first time when he was 15. And then
Okay.
I guess they began on Twitter when he was...
Okay.
Joshua, and the remaining 6 messages were replies from Joshua answering 2 of Johnny's questions, meaning Joshua only ever answered Johnny twice in 4 years. Once to a public question Johnny asked him on Twitter, and the other to a question about a show that Joshua was playing. The entire exchange also began with Johnny initiating the conversation by telling Joshua that he was depressed
Okay, but he's 16 though. Like, let's, you know what I mean?
and in need of guidance evidence back in December of 2012, which was
Although it's a call for help, I guess I see the point. I mean, that's,
Yeah.
it makes it more likely that, he's going to care and want to help.
very upsetting and sad to see. I never want to see somebody depressed. Now,
Mhm.
Joshua did not respond, which is not at all what I expected after talking to Johnny for 6 hours about this. I was expecting to see like tons of just back and forth message exchanges since Johnny said that they had a tight-knit relationship. Can you tell me about how many times you would estimate that you hung out with Josh in person?
He would say stuff to me like, "Oh my God, come to California for my show," and I'd be like, "Are you serious?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, come on down." And I'd be like, "Whoa, sick." You can ask anybody. He would be like, "Oh yeah, me and Johnny, we're gonna take over the world. We're gonna make it big together someday." This guy is so cool and so.
What he's saying sounds really fucked up.
Right. The second clip.
But it also sounds almost cartoonishly.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it, me and you.
Yeah.
To the top.
He hesitates for a while after Swoop asks him the first time to send transcripts of his messages with Josh.
Selfless, like what a good person.
Johnny has accused Joshua of grooming and being a predator worse than Colleen. Those are serious f***ing allegations.
Is Josh someone that you would turn to with personal things like your sex?
Yeah.
And then you guys started texting like on a one-on-one basis?
Not super regularly because I didn't want to abuse it. I didn't want to lose this privilege because they like gave you little things but then would kind of hold it over your head even if they didn't say it to your face.
Now, Johnny did say the majority of their relationship was held publicly over Twitter.
It doesn't seem like they knew each other much at all. Like at all. Which is why when he got that apology from Josh, I feel like it was so important to his narrative to post that. All right, number 2.
This right now as they see this.
Wait, that was a sick graphic.
Now, John about the other, telling Johnny that Joshua had already sent a copy. Neither of them knew about the other, to keep it clean, and I'm sure they're both realizing this right now as they see this. Now, Johnny hesitated at first. Joshua did not. And Johnny asked me what exactly I was looking for, which I thought was odd, and I said that I wanted to see if Joshua said anything inappropriate in those messages. Johnny said okay, and we ended the call. Then he texted me something weird. He said, "Can I see DMs if I blocked someone?" Now,
Just got home. Do you happen to know if you lose your DMs with a person if you have them blocked? Right.
he already knew the answer to this, so we felt like he was maybe buying time or thinking of a reason why he couldn't send them.
Or why he's going to erase some of them.
Right.
I was blocked at the time.
That was followed by wait, never mind, and a few minutes later he sent screenshots. But when I received them, multiple DMs were actually missing on Johnny's screenshots. That wait, never mind that
You about to get swooped. I can't wait to see what these were. Swoop.
Text me.
Swoop. There it is. Swoop. There it is. Swoop. There it is.
We believe that's the moment that he realized he could manipulate the messages, allegedly. We believe that based on this information that Johnny Silvestri likely deleted most of his own messages, significantly altering his actual conversations with Josh, making it look like Josh was highly engaged in DMing him, when in fact, most of the time, it was Johnny sending messages with no reply. This is something that Johnny has chosen not to share with the public. Why? Now,
wait, is she not showing the ones he erased?
She like kind of goes through it. It's not important. He basically does it to make it seem like he wasn't badgering Josh. It was a lot of like, "Hey, can I please talk to you? Hey, are you free? Can I talk to you? Hello."
Right.
It was a lot of that. If you go to the third,
because I was curious, and I don't know if I'm the only one, but I kind of wanted to read through these, and there's not that much of them, of the DMs.
And this is supposedly all of the communication, or what about the group chats, though? Like, was he
no,
in
Josh
these
wasn't in group chats, I don't think.
So
He
Josh
hasn't
wasn't in the
alleged
group
I think
chat.
this is all of it.
Yeah.
Of all of it.
This
I
is
mean, then-
supposedly all of it, plus their texts, which he admitted to Ethan that there are not very
There's
many.
not a lot. And if this is a lot, and then Johnny says the texts aren't a lot.
The third clip
there's
is
no
about the
text.
texts.
Did they meet in person?
Okay, so
Oh,
about
wait, so
that.
we have the text too.
Yes, we do. We have some.
Got
And they're doctored.
Great.
So, his family actually drove 9 hours to an auto show that Josh was doing to surprise him. And then
Whoa.
there they filmed a video for Josh's channel where they're like all dancing the Harlem Shake, like his family.
So he didn't invite them.
No, they
just
surprised him.
Dancing the Harlem Shake.
Man, if my kid asked me to drive 9 hours to surprise an influencer, I'd have to have a sit-down conversation with them. That's pretty wild.
But yeah, no, the 2 times they hung out, it was like he surprised him.
So just to get an idea, I'm kind of curious. Josh, how did you get through your high school years? I feel like I'm falling apart. There's just too much stress and I'm depressed. Now, this was blurred.
It's an email, I think, maybe.
Okay. Here is Josh. Just wanted to answer your tweet privately. The answer is no. I have a major opportunity starting in January. The auto show announcement will come soon.
20 total DMs between 2012 and 20.
Okay, can't wait to hear about it. Hey, I have some questions for you. I was going to surprise you and show up on Friday. Oh, so you did tell him about it, but I don't have an address. Well, it's not a surprise then.
Well, he was gonna surprise
16 when they had stopped
He
speaking.
gave him the
So
address.
he gave him the yeah.
He gave
so
him the
he was
address.
clarifying about a show.
You're going, woo. Okay, so I mean, it's less weird.
And then a story that he told on the show was that he went to LA to a show to see Josh, and he came out to him there, and then he basically tells him, like, that's none of my business. Don't tell your parents.
I remember.
So he said that he was 17 when that happened.
Right.
He was 19.
Okay. Right. I remember
Which-
that was a big sticking
That's a big
point
difference.
for him. The
Yeah,
coming
so
out
Swoop
story.
clarifies his birthday and clarifies that that trip took place when he was of age.
Johnny says, yes, I'm going. I wanted to surprise you, but I didn't know where to go, so that could have failed big time roll.
14 of those messages
Wait, how long is
were
the show? Half an hour, buddy. Hour and a half, buddy.
from Johnny to
I have a question.
Joshua.
What's the
and
difference between me just making videos right now and me signing up to be a partner with a company like Fullscreen? He's
the
just asking
remaining
YouTube
6
stuff.
messages were replied.
Doesn't answer. Hey, would you be able to go hang out after the show tonight? Even just go eat or something would be fun.
Is
Let me
from
know.
Joshua answering 2
No response. Hey, can I tell you
of
something?
Johnny's questions.
I need to
meaning-
talk to you urgently. Why would, if I was Josh, I would have just put this out and be like, I don't know what this kid is talking
Right.
about. Because looking at these, this man was like keeping him at a responsible arm's length.
What it seems.
It seems like that.
Yeah.
That because he was like, dude, this is basically what I got from Joshua.
That's what I, yeah.
Like, no. Keeping the answer short, minuscule.
Yes.
He acting like an adult. He shouldn't have given him the number.
Right.
That
Yes.
was a mistake.
That was.
Okay, this is fucking real interesting.
The third link, it's all very complicated, but you watch Swoop do her like CIA figuring out.
I like that.
Yeah. I love that part.
Swoop's good at that shit.
Yeah. She's the best. We know she's the best at it.
Swoopty doopty.
Swoop-de-doop-de.
Not, yeah. Okay, so we're going back to the PowerPoint. Where are we? The second video?
What Johnny didn't know, the third link.
Third link.
Yes.
Okay. I had run Twitter accounts for him that he encouraged, and he asked me to run for him. I just found the text message where he.
This I have a question because he was running a social media.
He was running just as Sarah Ridiculous. So Josh created his version of a Miranda Sings that he was like dabbling with called Sarah Ridiculous. It didn't really go anywhere.
God, they're duplicating.
It was it was pretty little.
Jesus.
He didn't make very many videos of it, but he had Johnny run that Twitter account, and Johnny quit the day after or 2 days after they announced their divorce.
Yo, somebody pointed out you gave everybody your number, Ethan.
Yo,
Your whole audience,
I have not.
bro.
Oh, actually, and I did answer a call once too.
Oh no!
Wow.
Although it did sound like an adult. Someone called. I was like, "Yo, dude, stop! Why are you calling me?
Right, I remember.
What the fuck? Leave me alone." But it was an adult, I think. Though I can never confirm it.
True.
I guess according to Johnny, That's the worst type of grooming.
You did it, Johnny, no papa.
They do say that.
Johnny, no papa. So there's got to be a conversation about him asking him to do a social media. Where's that conversation?
Watch
They
this
have
clip.
that.
Watch this clip.
So there's no missing pieces.
Coming up.
Well, it's like he says that he found that text, and then that is like sparks something in Swoop. She's like, "You found that text. That means that you have at least some, because you said that you don't." So.
Right.
He asked me to run the account.
So when I asked Johnny if he could send me the text messages between him and Josh about the Saradiculous account, he sent me a screenshot of his old computer with...
I think your humor is awesome, and I don't have a lot of time to run that account. I love for you to tweet as Saradiculous as much as you'd like, if that's okay. You'd use your own judgment to follow people and tweet. Thoughts? I mean, that's a pretty insane thing to ask. It is a little crazy, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
For
That's
a child?
crazy.
Yeah, 15-year-old child? Yeah.
Yeah.
Very weird.
I'm sure he would. I mean, I'm not going to speak for Josh. I think he would admit it. He basically said it, but
So Johnny said, yeah, that sounds like fun. Just let me know when you would want me to start. Login, password. You can start now if you'd like. Why? What the fuck? That's it? I mean, like, what is Josh
Was
thinking?
this Saradiculous thing just like a...
goof?
It was just like nothing. It was just like...
Was
kinda
it
like,
nothing or was it something?
Because for him
Did it
to
have like
entrust-
100 followers?
It was pretty much like nada.
Why
Yeah,
is these
for him to entrust it in just this random teenager? It seems like it could not have been very important.
But still,
right?
why are these people
Still weird.
so lazy?
I was-
Do your own
Yeah,
fucking
like-
work, man.
I was such a big fan. I had never heard of Saradiculous, actually.
You never even knew what this was.
No, I did
So,
not know about
if
that.
Olivia doesn't know what it is,
It must have been
must
minor.
have been very under the radar.
It's still very
It's still weird.
Yeah.
It's
for
still
sure.
connected to him, though, right? People know it's him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So it's still his image, I suppose.
Yeah, for sure. And,
If
like,
anything,
and
it
asking
just-
this kid to just work for you for free.
If anything, I just see Josh like actually the small amount of communication, so small amount from Josh, like, hey, here's the thing, here's the password, go work for me. It's like it's a little exploity.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And all, but actually, what's exploiting about it is like Johnny wants more intimacy, and Joshua is not giving him what he wants.
Right.
Only having him work.
But you could do this shit, yeah.
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 But it's
So
giving
if
him
anything,
like
it
hope.
shows a lack of intimacy.
It's giving him like a little bit of hope, though, right?
It's
I'm
leading
sure.
him on.
Yeah,
True.
I think so. And also, didn't he start working for them for real later, too?
He
He
did.
started working for
So-
Colleen after the divorce,
That's weird. After the divorce?
and he was of age.
Can
Yeah,
I speculate something?
Josh,
Years
he
later,
didn't work
okay.
for Josh
I
with,
would
with
like-
money.
I would like to speculate something. And just hit the button if it's inappropriate.
Oh,
Okay.
that kind of speculation. Huh?
Okay.
But it seems to me that Johnny is in love
That is.
with, or I don't know, in love, but he's infatuated with
I have a slide on that.
Josh.
It does have echoes of that, doesn't it?
He-
It feels like a
He's like,
one-sided
come meet up with
infatuation
me,
kind of
just
thing.
the two of us.
The
He came out to him, which I feel like was like, are you also? It was kind of
the
like
Johnny
maybe
Snark
probing.
Reddit believes that theory that
That makes the most sense to me.
And
he's,
that kind of offers an explanation why he went so hard too. It's kind of like a scorned, unrequited
Yeah.
love thing.
there's if you want to
all
just
these
go to that
years.
slide now and watch that clip, that is like the most I can send
It could
to
also
you.
explain why Josh was so weird about the coming out thing.
Maybe
Because he's like, oh God, is this...
Is-
Maybe what he said something like that he was interested in him, and who knows what happened in that conversation.
that's no.
That's
It's
one
a
thing I'd love
valid.
to
It's a
ask Josh
valid
about.
question.
Is Josh... Did he respond to you?
Let's see.
Joshy boy. That is one I would love to ask him about what happened there.
Mm-hmm.
But didn't deserve Johnny. Yeah, the problem is, yes, that like you said, love, he is leading him on. He's not giving him romantic leading him on. I mean, it's possible. I doubt Josh even thought, oh, this kid is, into me. But he is giving him like hope.
Yeah.
That their relationship can grow. If you just do free work for me. It's pretty wild.
He's not answered yet.
Josh, come on, dude. I know you're
No.
watching.
I mean, if he was sincere in that apology, it sounds like he's pretty out on being a public YouTube figure. He might have hesitation about coming on.
There's a little bit.
Oh, I
You'll
thought
see.
he- okay.
He did an interview with Swoop. It's not out yet, but we have.
He expressed interest in being on the show. That's why I.
Oh, he initiated.
Yeah.
it. Okay, never mind.
He said something like it'd be nice if he could come because he really got fucked by all this.
Yeah.
Got it.
So I would love to talk with
also.
Jash.
Jash. All right, if you want to go to the next.
But it also
slide.
seems like Josh has matured a lot, and he's owning
Yeah.
the parts with the social
When
media.
we read the apology, I was confused because it was like, it does, like you guys pointed out, it seems like the Johnny guy kind of used the apology as a way to boost his
Yes.
claims
Mhm.
or everything. But there was nothing in the apology that really seemed directed towards the grooming stuff, but the exploiting his enthusiasm as a fan. And
He touched on the
he
two
touched
things
on
that I have a problem with,
Right,
which
yeah.
is the phone number and the social media.
Right. Yeah. Which those, that definitely cross lines there.
This is where Ethan is so lost. No, I'm not. I am not lost.
No, I think you seem pretty
on
informed
it.
so far.
Come
to
on.
where
On it.
we're at.
Don't talk about me like that. All right. now,
Keep watching. Keep watching the CIA clip.
Okay.
Oh, here's
iMessages-
This one?
Interesting detail from the chat about the Sarah Ridiculous account, however you spell that. There was a parody account, and Josh wanted whoever ran that to run his Sarah Ridiculous account. That person happened to be Johnny.
H3
Johnny had a Sarah Ridiculous parody.
According to this chatter, yes. And so,
And apparently, from what we sound, he was the only person following Sarah Ridiculous.
yeah.
And it seems to me
that I mean, it's still not a good decision. That makes it make more sense than just randomly deciding, hey, I want you to run this account for me. If
Doesn't make
there
it a
was,
lot
like, already
better,
a
but-
connection there.
Yeah, at least explains some motive. But it seems like, and this is just what I'm speculating with incomplete facts still, that Josh was in good faith trying to validate Johnny's feelings in those apologies. And then Johnny really exploited those. It's very interesting. So I'll keep watching this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just opened in the background and a shot of their text exchange about Sarah D. But then my team and I noticed that the open text window he's showing has an iPhone file name at the top, indicating that this was a screenshot that was taken with his phone, which then made us think he has access to his old messages with
Swoop!
Josh on his phone, took a screenshot of it, put it on his old computer, and then took a photo of it all together to make it look like he can only access it on his old computer, not his phone. Then we looked even closer. The iMessage window that is open behind it, that has the exact same...
This is me right now watching her explain.
Look at you. You look like Donna.
Yeah, I'm doing the Donna.
That's a screenshot of the Sarah D conversation in his messages with a larger blue bubble under it, meaning Johnny has sent this same screenshot of his messages with Josh to someone else. I don't know who, doesn't matter.
Swoop!
Swoop! But I still couldn't shake the suspicion that he's lying about having easy access to all of his old messages. So I looked even closer. Okay, so stay with me, okay? Detective Swoop, okay? We're doing this. So when you...
I'm with you, girl.
So with you
right now.
I'm with her.
Locked in.
I am. I'm locked in.
Girl, I'm with you forever.
Screenshot he sent, you can see this shape. It's a dark silhouette of a tree on a mountain. How do I know this?
And then who walks in?
She's brilliant.
There's no such thing as a coincidence. It's a picture of him in the background 10 years before TikTok existed. He's
Because
a
it's
time
the
traveling
default
vampire.
Mac El Capitan
El
operating
Capitan,
system
I was gonna say,
desktop
Swoop
image.
knows
Yes,
where
I'm a thorough
OS is,
bitch.
girl.
Hold the phone, girl. You did not.
Say that's El Capitan.
You did not. Hold on. Let me go back one more time.
I was gonna say
You
though,
did
El Capitan.
not right now. Just El Capitan us.
Detective Swoop, okay, we're doing this. So when you zoom in on the screenshot he sent, you can see this shape. It's a dark silhouette of a tree on
Girl.
a mountain. How do I know this? Because it's the default Mac El Capitan operating system desktop
fucking
image.
got
Yes,
him.
I'm a thorough bitch, and I
You swoop de doop de doo.
Oh, I love that.
Remember when I saw this before in Johnny's post of the Trisha Paytas nude pics that he made on Twitter. When you zoom in, you can see that identical tree shape in the desktop background, and the iMessages bar has the same green half gradient at the top. I believe these to be the messages displayed on that same old computer. Now, here's where things get really
it's
John
complicated. Keep
told me that he had sent a private apology video to Ella apologizing.
Who's Ella?
Ella is the girl who Johnny alleged Colleen said was faking her illness to get close to her. You remember that?
Say that again.
One of Colleen's fans is chronically ill, and
Yes.
Colleen apparently would say like she's faking it to get close to me.
To Johnny.
And actually, the way that Johnny let that information slide was also insensitive. He just posted it publicly for Ella to find out.
Right, I remember.
Yeah.
At the time, people were angry.
Yeah.
Like, gee, well, fucking.
Yeah, like you didn't.
How does that make her feel suddenly without even asking her? True.
Yep.
So, did Colleen actually say that though?
I mean, she did have a character.
For when he and
yes, in
Colleen were-
her podcast, she said that she knew people like that. I don't know if it was about Ella, but she said that she knew people like that.
But, okay. I'm just gonna watch.
Bullying Ella behind her back. I asked to verify it, and he sent me 2 clips. The first was him filming a computer that had the old messages pulled up, where he's scrolling through the messages and giving commentary to Ella about those messages. This was odd because in the video, the computer is clearly different. It looks to be like an iMac or at least an Apple display, and you can see the background is different. That's a sandy beach scene with sand at the bottom and clear blue water at the top. And the iMessages window is in dark mode, not the white iMessages window from his previous screenshots, which means, in my opinion, Johnny Silvestri not only has access to his old text messages on his old computer, he also has instant access on his newer computer, which he's never claimed gives him any trouble. Furthermore, this would also mean that Johnny Silvestri would also likely have access to his old messages on his phone because it's Apple. Just log in. A perfect example of this can be seen in Johnny's Ella story. In those screenshots that he tweeted.
Okay, so he said, me and Colleen used to talk shit about Ella.
Mm-hmm.
Now that whole conversation is in question still?
There are screenshots where she's making fun of like her editing on Instagram and stuff like that. In those screenshots, I'm pretty sure she's like, the freckles, they're there and then they're not. And she's like making fun of her.
Zoom in. It's right there, dude. Wouldn't it be funny if Swoop edited this? Dude, it's not there.
Yo, look who it is.
Yo, who is that? Who is that? No! It's no such thing as a coincidence.
Oh my God, did I ever tell you that I saw him at the Grove? I walked right past him. He was
No.
wearing his hat.
Of course he was.
I think he just saw my eyes go like, and then he just kept walking.
Dude, I knew he was a fucking time-traveling vampire. Holy shit. I can't think about Johnny anymore. Love him.
Those were from his newer computer. They have the same
Wait, what happened? Okay.
sandy beach scene that matches his video that he allegedly sent Ella privately. These tweets were not from his old computer, and they happen to have older timestamps than the screenshots that he sent me of his old computer messages. Like literally, newer messages are showing up on the old computer and older messages are showing up on the new computer. Make it make sense. So all I can think at this point is that he can get the old shit on a new machine. So 10 days after Johnny sent me the Sarah D screenshot, I had a phone call with Johnny and I asked him if he could send me his text messages with Josh, and he blamed the old computer again.
All right.
So, but did we ever get the Ella conversation?
That it wasn't super. I mean, it was horrible, but it's not super relevant to.
Just because it is really demon shit, what Colleen to make fun of, to be like, she's faking it to get close to me. He says she said that.
He does say that she said that.
But there's no proof of it.
No, he said in a text to Ella that he sent, and then it was published, he said that she was writing a screenplay about a girl.
Got it.
Yeah. And it was supposedly based on her.
That's so mean of him to do to her. Ella, that is. All right, are we swooping? Continue to swoop?
Yes, let's continue to swoop.
Let's swoop.
And it's tricky because
We
Oh
can-
fuck!
What?
I have a call with my my hematologist at 4. He's really fast.
Oh boy.
We're just hearing about this for the first time.
Well, I didn't expect that we'd be having
You
so
didn't
much.
expect that we would.
I didn't know this was going to be such a swoopy scoop.
Basically, if you were confused by that section, very quickly, it was all to show that Swoop
My
was
guy.
able to determine that Johnny was editing screenshots when he was sending them to her, and he was not being truthful about what he had access to.
Wait, editing it how?
Like when that same green bar thing, he was using the same like stencil for his screenshots. And he had different screenshots from different computers where he said that, like, I don't have access.
That's pretty shady, dear Jono. The last time I talked to my hematologist, it was like for literally 2 minutes. So do you guys want to listen? That's such a bad idea.
Oh, yeah, I know. Thanks for watching, everyone.
No, but I'm not going to end it.
But it's just...
I got to talk to my doctor.
I agree, but you scheduled it for 4 o'clock?
No,
Like,
that's all
when
they
have we
had.
ever stopped
I did it
before?
weeks ago. These people are hard to get.
Oh, so you're on their timetable.
I'm on their timetable.
Okay. I mean, that makes it a little...
Yeah, I didn't ask, yo, can you call me in the middle of my show? With 66,000 people watching. All right, you guys want to hear me with my doctor?
No.
Is it illegal? Am I breaking?
Well,
I mean,
no, but who knows what he just...
Yeah, that's a clear HIPAA violation.
Everything's an open book.
I'll read some super chats or something. You go make the call.
I don't know about that, Dan. Can we do a poll? I can't imagine anything he could possibly say.
Well, they don't consent to being on the stream either.
Right, that's what I was curious about. 'Cause he's a dog.
It's just... No.
What about his HIPAA rights?
His HIPAA rights. Yeah, we gotta consider the doctor.
Let's do a poll, though.
A poll if we should secretly record this doctor.
Yeah, you probably kept that
What's the
to
poll?
yourself, my guy.
Should we hear the call? Yes or no?
Please vote no.
Well, no. Here. What I'll do, Dan. I'll put it to my ear so they can't hear him, but they can hear me. That's
They're
fine.
still gonna get picked up on the mic.
No. I'll make sure I'll make sure that they can't hear him.
How can you make sure?
Well, and then if
you
you
can't
no,
do
no,
that.
and then if you can hear, then I'll turn the volume down.
This makes no sense.
How does it not make sense? It makes perfect.
Because it literally can still hear. Okay.
It's so close to the mic. It's gonna be picked up.
No.
Just put the microphone away a little bit.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah.
They won't hear it.
All right. Sure.
I mean, you know what I mean.
I said it 4. It's not even 4 yet. Can you call now?
Are you calling right now?
No, I just entered the chat because last time he was 5 minutes early.
It's a Zoom call.
No, it's via their website.
Oh,
it's secured. That's why I'm broadcasting at 66,000 people. It's secure. Don't worry.
it's a secure line.
What are you doing?
Ethan, come on, dude.
What do you want from me, dude? This is my life.
Yeah, it's your life.
Exactly.
And my life. Oh no, that's my alarm. Okay.
You have your alarms unmuted too?
No. I had a. Okay, it's starting.
Just put the mic away.
Hi, doctor. How
Why
are
are you
you?
on speaker?
Good.
Are you fucking kidding me?
He's playing games on his phone.
I saw rheumatology and we did a ton of additional blood tests and stuff. And I saw the radiology. That was all normal.
Well, I don't hear the voice. Right? All right.
No, I can't hear anything.
Ethan, pull that way down.
Any body language experts in the audience? What is that?
There was one marker of this test.
All right.
Ethan Klein, this is your life. Ooh, some coloring book pages.
Oh.
Nice.
Very nice. Hey, can you show us a little bit more of that shirt, Ian? Let's see it. Nice.
Beautiful. Is there any
Very cute.
cats that are near and dear to your heart on that shirt?
Ian, you wrote your own name in the this book belongs
two.
to?
in case it gets lost.
Ian's been using colored pencils in this coloring book recently. Look at this. Look how nice that is.
Amazing.
It's beautiful.
Dan,
Kinda
do you
looks
want
like
to
that.
try my pie now?
Sure. What kind of pie is it again?
Pecan.
Pecan.
Pecan? Yeah, I'll have some.
Pecan.
I'll have some pecan.
Oh no,
pie.
Dan's gonna kill me.
Oh.
I thought you were mad because I didn't want to eat it for breakfast this morning, though.
No, I was mad. I'm mad until you try it.
Well, bring it up. Let's go.
I've been slamming some salsa, some sheepies and salsa.
Oh
You
no,
were saying
Dan's
loves
gonna
eating,
kill me.
loves eating vegetables now.
I love
Salsa.
both.
Salsa is vegetable for the
Yep.
day.
Is the corn chip technically a vegetable too?
Corn is a vegetable, yes.
Yeah, I
So
guess.
he's got all his veggies right there.
I
Is
love
corn
vegetables.
a vegetable?
Is corn a vegetable?
It's a starch.
That's the thing. Is it's like
Is corn?
it's all kind
a
of ambiguous,
vegetable?
isn't it?
Fresh corn is a vegetable.
Okay.
I knew it.
Then it's okay. But if you continue to mature and wait for it to harvest until it's dry, then it's considered a grain.
That's fucking bullshit.
So you're eating your grains and vegetables.
That's what I was wondering, is if it counted as a grain because it's sort of a staple,
Once
like
it loses its water, it's
wheat or rice or something.
Do you want to see some sketchbook pages?
Yeah, I would
kinda
love
like
to.
a coloring book.
It kind of looks like
That's
that
sick.
could be a coloring book, to tell you the truth.
Someday maybe.
Oh wow.
I'm doing my own coloring on it.
It's pretty
Ooh,
sweet.
ooh. Whoops! I just knocked over my flowers.
Oh, I like. Wait, can I see the bat
Which bat?
in the bottom right?
On the bottom right. Whoop! Hold on.
Oh,
That's
that
like
is
a
so
he's a little
sweet.
giant
cutie.
bat guy.
Aw.
He's a little
Yeah.
cutie.
I like drawing pictures in my picture book.
I want soda.
Cam, have you tried Baldur's Gate yet?
I'm gonna get on it.
Okay.
I'm gonna get on it soon. Here's another page.
One of the best parts of the game, maybe my favorite part of the entire game, is that there's a magic spell to be able to speak to animals, and they fully voiced every animal in the game. If you choose to like cast a spell and go talk to it.
What? So there's a voice actor for every animal? That's sick.
Yep. Cats. I met a pig last night when I was playing.
What did the pig have to say?
He was very proud of himself because he was like the prize pig of the fair. He was a big boy, and he was on top of the world.
Nice.
It was very cute. Very
Pride
cute.
comes before the fall, and then he turned into bacon, right?
Don't say that. What are you
Just
doing?
want to thank everyone for coming to the soda bar. Means a lot. Whoever was there, it was a good time, great show, and to many, many more.
Can't wait to be-
many more. You gonna do anything out of state, Zach?
I don't know.
That was
Do
such a heavy
you-
sigh. Oh my god.
Do you have your next show
Yeah.
planned yet?
I do not.
Okay, well,
I do not.
I wait with bated breath.
Yeah.
Why such a heavy sigh on the out of state thing? What about like Vegas or something?
That's kind of in the talks.
Okay.
Or something, but
Okay.
no plan.
Live in Las Vegas? Shit, I might have to come out for that one.
Yeah.
That'll probably be really fun.
Extravagant Zach's Vegas weekend.
The Lost Weekend.
The Lost Weekend.
Mm-hmm. There was another super chat I wanted to make sure to
Oh
get
my
to.
God.
Thank you, Sam. Look at this.
That pie is delicious.
Oh my god, it looks so good.
Look at this. All right, before I forget, because it was a big dono. Let's see, what was it?
After as a treat.
It was 50 euros from Vasco, saying first time donating to the show. Here's 50 euros for Lego Lose Lego Fun.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Vasco.
I'm done.
Oh, okay.
Jeez.
How'd it go?
So that was the hematologist,
Mm-hmm.
and we're just gonna go back and test my blood in a few months because right now it's just hard to know. But I'm talking to my rheumatologist next week. It's more in his domain. He thinks it's an autoimmune thing happening.
Shit.
Because my anti-titer is like a strong positive.
So I've heard.
And he thinks it's causing some kind of mild inflammation in my blood. So next week I'll do a live call with my rheumatologist.
Great.
Could they hear anything or no?
I muted your mic.
Yeah, after the first
Well, once I realized that I was looking at a video of him and that I was gonna have to do it on speaker,
Yeah,
was
bro.
like, oh, this isn't gonna work.
I got you. I got you, bro.
Hey, Alfredo. Okay. Well, no, not that many people left. Only like 200, so that's vibes.
Hey. Okay, we're in the home stretch. We're almost done.
We're in the home stretch.
So,
But mostly, yeah, nothing to report back, really.
oh, good.
Well, like, that's good. Congrats.
No news is good news.
I have something to report back. This pie is fucking.
Where'd that pie come from, bro?
I'm so excited.
Good. You like it?
Where did you get that pie?
Let's go.
Sam gave it to me.
And Sam, did you bring enough for the class?
Would you like a piece of pie?
What kind of pie is it?
Pecan.
The best.
Yes, I want pecan pie, dog.
Oh,
Dude, that pie is bussin'. That shit's
Delect-
one of the best pies I've ever had.
Delectable.
Really?
Yeah.
That's one of the best.
Straight up delectable.
Really good.
Is there toothpaste in it or anything? No.
Not this time. Not this time.
He was considering ordering a bone marrow biopsy, which would be scary and
Yeah.
weird.
Oh, that would be horrific.
But he
painful?
says he doesn't
I
think
think
we need
so.
it right
That's
now.
they stick the needle.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's to test for cancer,
Oh.
for blood cancer. But he
I hope
says
not.
he doesn't think we need to do it right now.
Okay. That's good.
Because if he thought I needed a bone marrow biopsy, that's a bad vibe.
Yeah. And he would have called for it.
He would have. Well, yeah, he said I don't.
You'd assume so.
So we're good on that front.
Someone says I'm about to float towards the pie. All right, let's get. We're gonna need some pie for this to finish
Okay.
this off.
Oh man.
All right, so where were we?
So
Olivia?
if you go to the next slide, swoop. The next one.
Okay.
Swoop tries to clarify 3 different times to get a very clear answer from Johnny of how he believes he was groomed by Joshua Evans.
So be specific. She's
Yes,
saying.
she is saying.
Tell us more.
Yes. And then she's like, can I have a smaller soundbite? Please tell me. Blah,
Okay.
blah, blah.
Okay, this is interesting.
Here's the truth. We got over an hour and a half into our conversation, and Johnny hadn't made any concrete allegations against Joshua David Evans, except that he was a predator and sinister. I was trying to give him time while also needing a more solid answer to work with if my team was going to invest.
I'll be honest. When I was talking to him, I had the same feeling, but I didn't feel like it would be appropriate for me to be like, "How were you groomed?"
It wouldn't have been.
Right?
Yeah. Not in that context.
Yeah,
Right.
no, this she had 6 hours. She had.
Okay.
You were on a live show. That totally makes sense to me.
Right.
Investigate on his behalf. Now, full transparency, I had to ask Johnny respectfully at least 3 times in the 6-hour interview.
Jennifer says, I have cancer right now and it sucks. I can imagine. I mean, well, I can't imagine. Well, Jennifer.
You might not have to imagine.
Get in there. Jennifer, fuck that cancer in the ass.
Oh, yeah.
For real.
Oh, another thing related. We paid off the medical bills, right? We did. Speaking of which, because last time I was talking to my doctor, I said I was going to pay off one person's medical bills. We chose 3 people that emailed us.
Well, a lot more than 3 people emailed us, but
Of the people that emailed it, we paid 3. Just say their names so that, because I don't want to.
No, let's.
Their first name.
Oh,
just so they can know that to check. I don't know. Just a first name.
1 second.
But yes, 3 of you we did. I guess send money to cover it. So thank you guys.
Julia, Daisy, and Desiree were the 3.
Thank you, my friends. Thank you guys, and everybody else. I am so sorry. And if we can get Sam's Jeep fund going, I saw that clip come up on my feed of when we were raising money for Sam's Jeep, and we were talking about how kids with cancer can't pay their bills. It's pretty funny. So I was saying, I'm so sorry I couldn't pay all your bills, but the good news is we did raise like $20,000 for Sam's Jeep.
Sir.
Not good?
It's not.
Oh, really?
Should I button it?
No. Go on. Whatever.
Well, I'm just trying to make a joke. I mean, shit, I can't
We
pay
made the joke
everybody's bill.
before.
You probably should have kept that to yourself.
I agree.
Damn it, tipster.
I agree with tipster.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make a joke. I wish I could pay all your guys' bills. I do. All right, swoopster.
Soupster.
Where were we?
If he would explain exactly.
Oh yeah, I'm in my Mr. Beast era, guys. I need to make a video about it though. I sent a camera to everybody's house that I paid off their medical bills. They didn't care about the medical bills, so I bought them a jet ski. Thank you, Sam. This looks amazing.
Yeah.
Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my god.
The freaking pie.
Holy fuck.
It's
It's
good,
warm.
right?
It's so good.
Oh my god, she heated it up.
Wow.
Yeah. They really put it over the top.
That's the best
really
pecan
put
pie
it
I've ever
over the
had.
top.
Thank you.
All right, let's watch.
If he would please just explain exactly how he was allegedly groomed by Joshua David Evans. I don't like having to ask anyone this, and I even asked Johnny multiple times if I had his consent to ask these tough questions. The questions may not always feel comfortable, and just know that I am not here to make you feel overwhelmed in any way. If you need to take a break, or if there's something that you're like, you know what, I'm done with that question, move on, just let me know, and I will move kind of according to you. I would like to begin to shift into Joshua Evans. His first answer went on a 10-minute tangent that ventured into Trent, Colleen, and Corey, two of whom Johnny directly told me did not groom him, so I asked Johnny to explain for a quicker soundbite. You have obviously said that you believe that Josh groomed you.
Yes.
Can you just give me a summary of exactly what Josh did that has made you feel that way?
Josh has an ego, a massive one, and it's one that I can pinpoint and address, not even knowing the dude on a personal level to this day. He took the power that he had over me, and it turned into this God complex where I think to this day he has this skewed idea that he was being a mentor. He was a dude pushing 30 who leached on to a vulnerable kid when he was in town. We did the Harlem Shake video. We filmed a little goofy, stupid video for my channel. There was a contest he did once. There were like maybe 8 of us who submitted videos. I won. And my prize was a ball of duct tape. It's just the...
How's that grooming? Because you didn't get a dope prize? One time he didn't give me a dope prize.
He didn't give me that duct tape ball.
Wow.
Little things, if you look at them and see the patterns.
So to recap Johnny's answer...
I mean, he could have said it was that he, was using me to do stuff, like the Twitter. That's probably the only valid one that I know of he could have said.
But I'm sure he
But he
said
didn't even
that.
think about it.
Yeah.
As to exactly how Joshua allegedly groomed him, he said, Josh has an ego, a God complex. He thought he was a mentor. He was pushing 30 and leached. They created unoriginal trending Harlem Shake content at the auto show his whole family showed up at, and that Johnny entered a contest for a ball of duct tape and won a ball of duct tape that he still has. I gently...
Also, when you look at like the conversation around the auto show, Josh was like so not inviting. He was so short with his answers.
Yeah.
I asked him multiple times and tried to get a concise answer. Here's what he said, and I will sprinkle in the additional context that was left out. Again, if you could, I'm sorry for asking a second time.
No, that's okay.
But I just want to kind of nail down exactly, specifically what you think were the kind of the exact things that Josh did that leave you feeling like you were groomed.
Yeah, so first and foremost, giving a 16-year-old your phone number unprovoked.
Full context that we know, Johnny had mentioned to Josh that he was depressed around this time. Joshua said he would mentor Johnny, and Josh gave his phone number in front of Johnny's parents while Johnny was networking. Johnny showed the number to his parents, and they were excited that maybe he was getting his big break. They literally said, our kid's doing the damn thing.
Our kid's doing the damn thing.
He continues.
Hanging out with the person one-on-one.
The instances they hung out were always in public, and most...
So, did they ever hang out one-on-one?
So, He says to Swoop that they hung out one-on-one at a Starbucks at
That's
the
when
auto
he came
show.
out, right?
At the auto show, which was, it was inside of the center in the Starbucks, surrounded by people, and his parents weren't with them at the Starbucks, but they were at the event.
And that's where he came out to him?
No, that's the auto show. That's when he says that they hung out alone.
Okay. Because it sounds like the time he came out to him,
That
they
was
were
in
also
LA.
alone.
They
had to have been, right?
You know what? I want to triple check on that.
This sucks because, like, you never want to have to question people like this,
I know.
but
I was in public. Both times were in public.
they're in public spots.
I mean, it can still be grooming even though it's like in public, private, whatever. Just to be specific, I feel like. Or,
Right.
Because it's not, he mentioned it's grooming but not sexual, which, sure, grooming can be non-sexual, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it can't be grooming.
No, I know. Just trying to be thorough.
I'm just trying to get the details straight.
Because how old was he when he was alone with him? 15, 14?
At the auto show, I think
Their first
17,
DM, he
but
was
I need
16.
to make sure of that. When he came out to him in LA, he was 19.
Oh, okay. Well, that's, yeah.
I mean, just based on the messages we saw.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. It seems like a stretch, and it sucks because
yeah, it's weird.
You never want to question it. It feels so bad to question it, right?
Right.
Often when Johnny's family members were with him, and the remaining time when Johnny was an adult.
Having conversations about our personal lives, getting to know me on an intimate level.
He came out to Josh at a show in California at the end of the meet and greet in public, Swoop says.
Okay.
Fast forwarding to today, I feel more confident to say I was groomed.
If there were conversations about their personal lives on an intimate level, Johnny has not shared these with me or seemingly anybody. If there is more, I wasn't able to get it in the 6-hour interview. This man repeatedly told all of you who asked him to explain how he was groomed, he always deflected by tweeting things like, "I don't have to explain myself again, listen to Swoop." Well, thanks for listening to what Johnny said in that instance, because hi, Swoop here. I think this man is full of shit and a victim blamer, allegedly. After Johnny told me before about how Josh having
want to
a
go to the
big
next
ego.
one?
Yeah.
We're heading toward the end. We're about to get to the crush theory and then his statement and then my, I have more mementos that I found.
I mean, just based on what we've seen, and it is possible that we haven't seen everything, although Johnny certainly has an interest in sharing anything that would support his theory, it's not even close to grooming.
It's definitely,
Insofar
it's
as-
troubling compared, I mean, based on like what he said before and now this evidence, it's definitely, it does not line up.
I mean, it's inappropriate. There was an inappropriate
Yes.
boundary.
Mhm.
But when it came to actually the conversations, he really does keep him at an arm's length.
Mhm. And keep in mind, we saw like evidence of Colleen engaging sexually with minors. And after those came to light, he still said what Josh did to him was possibly worse.
Right. The implication
Yes.
is fucked
It's
up.
it's so dangerous.
Because you could just be like, yo, it's fucked up what Josh did. Like, he had me doing his Twitter.
Mhm.
He was texting me. And you'd be like, yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
But then to go further with it, then it
And to
rightfully
demand his response. Like he was on Twitter saying like he needs to answer for what he did.
which again is weird if you're lying about stuff.
Yeah, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we can say, based on what we saw, inappropriate, but not grooming. You know?
Yeah.
I think it's important that we make these distinctions too, because I feel like a word like grooming is losing its meaning a little bit here.
Go meant he was.
I listen, I know definitions can change. I understood grooming as like what priests do to kids.
Yes.
It's like the lead up to essay of children. Like it's really
Exploiting, yeah.
It's
Somebody
like
just-
really serious.
Somebody just gave the definition with the $20 super chat, coincidentally, just now.
Which is grooming definition. Grooming refers to action or behavior used to establish an emotional connection with the minor and sometimes the child's family to lower the child's inhibitions with the objective of essay. So, the way I understood it, had a very specific meaning, and that meaning is like heinous. It's basically equal to leading up to actual assault of a child. And so when the meaning gets when the word gets distilled a little bit, I think it's confusing because you're saying he groomed you. But but a lot of people understand the word like I do. It has this really, really fucked up connotation. And you mean he was just trying to like get you to do his Twitter? Yeah. Because that's not grooming as I understand it, right. But it's confusing because it conjures this feeling of, the deepest possible crime you could commit, which is abusing a child, lying to a child.
And to possibly like water down the stories of the other victims that are in this, or like potentially washing out their own experiences with his story and his proven lies. It's really, I feel very bad for Adam and Oliver and Becky and everyone's stories who were.
There were real victims.
Yeah.
And Johnny has been actively trying to suppress those, like Adam's story.
Really?
He said that his story was more important.
Yeah,
remember?
he tried to make his story more important. I feel like there's two issues here. Him being kind of like rude and mean to all these other victims, trying to like stomp them down. And then also, what's his name?
Adam?
Oliver?
Joshua,
yeah.
Oh.
Being kind of inappropriate with this child.
Yeah.
Like that's a separate, not grooming probably, at least to the standard definition, but at the very least, like kind of exploitative of a child.
Yeah.
False hope, making him work for free is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Giving his phone number is very weird. Like there's a lot of inappropriate
Listen,
shit
and inappropriate with a relationship with a child already sounds bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. You don't need to elevate.
Yeah,
it
the
to
grooming part
Exactly.
is unnecessary. Yeah.
But right.
I feel like there's two issues here. Him kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
But so should we as, people online or people this generation who talk about it, should we open the word grooming to mean all this different stuff? Or should we, try to be more specific because it's way too broad. And I think it's...
Especially in an environment where, on the flip side of all of this, it is also a term that is frequently thrown around in reference to like teachers that are LGBTQ friendly,
right,
and trans activists and all this. Like we're in an environment where the meaning of that is already being diluted for nefarious purposes constantly, and we don't need, more stuff piling on and just kind of muddying the waters of what we're really talking about here.
Right. Well, they use it in the worst sense of the word. Mm-hmm. They do think that, they're trying to fuck the kids or something.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be useful to be careful with how we use the word grooming, but I know language tends to, change, and that's just what it is sometimes.
Sure. That is true.
Grooming also means, to cut your beard.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do about that?
I'm going to go to manscaped.com and use code H3.
There it is. Manscaped.com/H3grooming.
Ooh.
No good?
Ooh, no.
I mean, it's literal. I'm just being literal. Get groomed.
That's...
No good? Nah.
Okay, if you want to move...
So are we here? We're moving on.
I decided to give Johnny another moment.
We're moving to the crush theory. This is the timestamp that the Reddit thinks is most pertinent when it comes to that.
Right here.
Did you click on the crush theory link?
Let me go to the PowerPoint presentation. to the crush theory. Is it the next slide?
Yeah.
The crush theory. Okay, this is that Johnny is romantic feelings for Josh. Okay, interesting.
At all, but as Johnny has referenced his coming out story multiple times across countless media platforms and attached it to accusations, it would be irresponsible of me to not at least mention it here. In reality, I was deeply troubled by the thought that Joshua could have discouraged him or anyone for coming out, so we had to investigate.
I agree. That was really a weird moment when he talked about his reaction. So it's good to look a little deeper into that.
Why Josh may have allegedly responded that way. When he was indicating to not talk to your parents, did he explain why he felt that way?
He was alluding that they were going to kick me out and disown me for being gay, because I grew up in a very Catholic, conservative household. Loosely, it's like traditional, if you will.
Do you think that he was trying to say it in a protective way, like, I don't want you to get hurt by your parents?
I don't know. He knew my parents, so like just insulted on their behalf as well. If it was a situation where he was like, I don't know how to handle this, if he thought I had some crush on him, full to assume.
I'm so confused by, he says he knew his parents, but based on what we've sent, they've sent like 20 DMs. He barely knows him.
Well, his parents went with him to his show.
Like, they didn't talk about his family once in the messages we saw.
Yeah. We'll know more after the interview drops. And if we get to talk to him, yeah.
Assume you're attractive enough for me to have a crush on you, Mr. David Evans.
Hold on, back
Full
up.
to assume you're attractive. I don't know how to handle this. If he thought I had some crush on him, full to assume you're attractive enough for me to have a crush on you, Mr. David Evans.
Where did that come from?
His internal monologue, I don't...
Because he never mentioned that originally.
No.
So he says...
He keeps going.
Okay.
And that's not even like bagging on him for his looks. He's clearly an attractive dude.
Uh-oh. Is that enough to say uh-oh to? Yeah. Do I need to button that out?
No.
Uh-oh!
What do you mean? He's a 27-year-old?
But the personality is what does it for me. And he ain't got the one that I'm attracted to.
You sure?
Now, I asked Joshua about his side of the coming out
He
story.
came out to him when he was 19.
Yeah, we're good.
Fair thing to do here, which I will share with you later. But for right now, out of respect, I'm going to let this story live where it is. So we'll move on. Let's back up first.
That's a potential theory that's living on the Reddit. So I felt that
Personally, from what I've seen, there's almost no other explanation. At least like there was some romantic feelings on his side.
It could just purely be like a diehard fandom thing. I kind of lean that way as well, but just to be fair, like we haven't
He was
really
never
seen
trying
any
to get
direct
close to
evidence of
Colleen, though. It doesn't seem like he just wanted to get close to him.
He did though, right? Because he worked for her.
Yeah, he did. He did.
I don't remember how that came to be.
He said that after the divorce, he he sided with Colleen because Josh stopped engaging.
Which is the right thing to do, by the way.
And he was also struggling like immensely. He quit like 3 days after they announced their divorce. I'm sure he wasn't thinking about Johnny.
It's a weird thing to say he stopped trying to groom me as a bad thing.
Right. So not long after Swoop released this, Johnny put out a note statement on Twitter.
Johnny said on Twitter, "Betrayed is an understatement. My trauma was used against me today in a way I never imagined would happen. I was given guidance and a safe space to share my story. I was praised for being so vulnerable and honest, only to be defamed on such a gross level. It feels beyond explanation right now. I feel so hurt and disregarded. Swoop, you claim to stand for victims, and what you did today is the polar opposite. You have no regard for my life, the trauma I faced, my safety, or the safety of so many others involved. You've completely shifted the narrative while making sure to promote your merch and fabricate a story for some extra revenue. I am so beyond disgusted by all this. I'm not going to sit here and defend myself to every one of your heinous allegations about me via Notes app, but I will be making a proper statement regarding all of these disgusting and false statements. This is 100% character assassination. I won't stand for it. Swoop, you encouraged me and made me feel like you are a massive source of trust. You chose to interview Adam about allegations regarding me rather than talking to me about it, which is scummy. You wanted information at your request as if I wasn't working full-time and in the process of moving, which I was upfront about. You can call names and spread your lies, but I know my truth, and I will not stop sharing it because of people like you. Okay.
So,
I mean,
how do we feel?
Well, he's consistent. He's being consistent.
Yeah.
That's what if I'm Johnny and either I believe what I said is true or I'm just going with the act, then this statement is basically, exactly what I would expect.
What did you expect?
It's not an expectation. I mean, he doctored the fucking text messages. This case closed at that point.
Yeah.
Like, you're a liar. You're manipulating the situation.
There should
if he really did that, which I have no reason to that would be pretty wild if Swoop just made all of that up.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the slam dunk that you're full of shit, dude. Like, you edited the conversation to try and make it look worse than it was. But
I think the huge defensiveness, instead of being like, there were some points here that I'd like to clarify in a future statement. But like it's
100% lies. So it's like, did Swoop just make that all up? Just fabricated that entire thing about like the messages not matching up?
I guess Johnny wants us to think so.
I mean, that's pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know Swoop that well, but I don't know.
Swoop would never.
I don't think Swoop would do that.
Swoop
I
would
have
never.
full faith in Swoop.
Never.
Swoop would never lead us astray.
No.
Ever.
I mean, it's GG at that point. Like, what else is there even to say?
It's very,
To just like flatly deny it. It's 100% untrue. It's like, okay, dude.
I am curious about his statement, whatever he's planning. But it's not looking good for Johnny.
Right. So coming up, Swoop's next doc is an exclusive interview with Joshua Evans.
Alrighty,
and
Josh
the quote
interview.
is crazy.
Yo, this shit is drama.
This is pretty intense.
I have literally like wondered what happened for years. It's literally, it's so crazy.
Is he gonna spill all?
Yeah, watch the one thing that she includes in the trailer. Of course he's gonna spill everything.
Let's go.
It's literally so insane.
Take one.
My name is Joshua David Evans. I'm 39.
Joshua, we have a lot to talk about.
In person. So where does he live? Where does she live? Did
He
they
lives
travel
in
for this?
Georgia. I actually don't know where Swoop lives or where she's based.
I'm assuming someone had to travel for this. Probably him, because they're all set up.
Yeah.
Obviously, there are allegations that have been levied against you, and we're going to get into those. But you have also alleged that you are a victim as well, a victim of abuse, and that's
Dude, the production value.
Pretty good.
Wonderful.
It feels like a Dateline thing.
Pretty slick.
Yeah.
I was thinking,
although it's Swoop, just a piece of friendly advice at the beginning when you're doing the dramatic, like, we're going to slate this thing. Like, you got to get a clapboard. The hand clap thing.
Not as good.
That's not frontline. That's
also,
not
it would tie it all together. The clap.
If there was a clapper right there, ooh.
Should we send her a clapper and good
Maybe.
like, as a friendly?
That'd be cute.
Should we get you a clapper? A nice clapper.
Could even be
Diamond
custom. It
studded.
could say Swoop or something on it.
Oh my God, that'd be
There it is.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Please clap.
We'll work on that.
We'll work on that. Okay.
Sam, are you here?
I'm here.
She's here.
Can we? Do you think we can make like a bedazzled Swoop? There it is. Clapper.
Of course.
That'd be fun, right?
Yeah, it'd be fun. I'm down.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I've genuinely, gaslighting is another term that I think is way overused and has a very specific meaning. I feel that Johnny, if what we are seeing is all true, was gaslighting Josh into thinking that Josh really traumatized him and has something to
Swoop
apologize
and the
for.
public.
Right.
When he was telling his story, he literally...
Well, he got Josh to apologize for basically nothing.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true. He did fuck up. Josh did fuck up.
And it seemed like he directly addressed the places that we identified where it felt like he fucked up were the things that he was addressing in that apology.
All right, let's see let's see this.
Something that I and my team take very seriously.
So I went from the boyfriend to the fiance to the husband to now I started to feel almost like a character, like I was replaceable. She loved the attention, she loved the status, but do I think she truly loves her fans? I never really felt like she did. I think she just loved what it gave her. She's having a few people over to the house, and I was like, who? They said, Eric. And when I walked through those doors,
This part.
it reeked of alcohol and cigarettes. And no one was there. Nobody was there. And then I went upstairs, and she was sitting on our bed, playing her ukulele. As I was leaving, but I looked at her.
No! No! The ukulele! It's back!
Oh, God!
Holy shit! Not.
I really did not expect him to say that.
This line he's about to say, I had to back up and rewatch it. I couldn't believe what I was
fucking
hearing.
yip!
Yup! Not this part.
All right, let me.
And I said, when you're effing Eric in our bed, I want you to think of me. But I've lost everything. I lost my
Are you
career.
kidding? That's crazy. That's fucking crazy.
That he said that?
That's the first time it's been absolutely cut and dry. Colleen cheated on Josh.
In their bed, he's saying.
He said, when you're fucking Eric in our bed. He did say that.
Think about me?
I want you to think
she's
about
not.
me.
She's not thinking about you.
I think she was. She had her fans like tear him down on Twitter for years following.
Wait, I'm confused. He said
to Colleen, when you're fucking Eric, who she was cheating on him with, I want you to think about me.
Yeah, I'm saying she wasn't thinking about him. When
Right.
she was thinking about Eric's fucking new strange cock.
Maybe, but she
Sorry
also...
to be uncouth. She was getting some strange dick.
I don't know.
She actively tormented him for years after, though.
Was that really a full confirmation of that, Olivia? I think you might. Be
No,
talking to
no,
a
When
conclusion
you're
there a little bit.
fucking Eric in our bed?
Because he suspected it based on the smell, and her just sitting there playing uke.
Okay,
It wasn't
interesting.
like I caught her.
Interesting.
Because that's what I thought he was leading up to. That's why when he dropped the ukulele line, I was shocked.
He might in the interview, and it certainly sounds like he suspected it.
Yeah. Right.
But to say it's a full confirmation,
Okay,
still
okay.
not there.
Not
still
yet,
not there.
not yet.
Just to be totally
Right.
I mean,
I
did
jumped
it-
the gun. I was too...
Did it
No, you were
I
waiting
had-
for it. You've been waiting years
I know,
for it.
years.
Did it happen? It seems like.
I'm waiting for this
It
moment all
does
my
seem
life.
like that. If you, I include actually, I found more mementos from my fake Instagram, my like Finsta, and I literally predicted like 2 days before they got divorced that they were gonna get divorced.
Really?
Yeah, if you go to the next slide.
Bed. I want you to think of me. I've lost everything. I lost my career. I lost everything that I built.
Johnny has accused you of some very serious allegations. He has accused you of grooming him. Do you agree with that characterization of you?
No. At first, it felt normal and chill to have, like, oh, that's Johnny. He's at the show. I didn't know that was going to be time and time and time again, that he would continuously show up at these shows. He's out there dragging my name publicly.
I kind of know what he means. Like, if you keep going and you meet a fan, and it's like, oh, cool, nice to meet you. You know, you shake hands, you learn their name and stuff. But then they're always there. And then all of a sudden, like, it's becoming something. But I don't know, because he did talk with him on the phone. I mean, I can't give him the benefit of the doubt on that one.
Right.
I can't.
He did
Sorry.
engage.
Yeah, you
We'll wait
engaged.
for the interview. Swoop does say that she grills him about the stuff that
I believe it. After
When
what
does
we
this
just
come
saw.
out?
this comes out. I think maybe next week.
Next week?
I don't know. Hopefully soon.
You got to get that cool
I'm
editing in there.
I mean, I want to watch it.
Calling me a little bitch. Everyone's like, poor Johnny, I can't believe Josh just abandoned you. And I'm like, who do you think you are? My life was wrecked.
Yes, I sat down with Joshua David Evans.
Okay.
For 7 hours, by the
7
way.
fucking hours?
Yeah,
The
John.
fuck?
That beats Johnny's 6.
More embarrassing, Colleen versus Josh, Olivia Mementos.
Okay, yes. So I'm, by the way, being very hyperbolic in these captions. This was just to my best friends. But I posted on September 26th, just so everyone knows, these are my heroes. I think that they're getting a divorce. So if I'm sad, that's why. Cool. And then on September 30th, I posted, just so everyone knows, tonight is going to be a rough night for me. Actually, I'm not joking. What's up? Colleen and Josh are getting a divorce. I'm sobbing in a Roja sushi right now. I remember
Crying in the club.
I remember very clearly, I was at a Roja Sushi, and I went to the bathroom because I saw that she had posted a video, or no, someone commented on my previous post where I said, I think that they're getting a divorce, and they were like, did you see her new video? And so I ran to the bathroom, watched it, started crying, went back to the table, and was just like, I can't believe this, I was right. And then my friends were like, aw.
Why? Okay, maybe it's because I'm a different kind of person, but I just got scared of that fucking pillow, dude.
Dude, that thing.
Who's there?
Yeah.
Every time I catch it out of the corner of my eye, I jump.
I was like, what the?
Yeah.
Talking about the one that Howie gave me.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, why did Josh not defend himself? Because it seems like he had, a really easy way to defend himself with the Colleen stuff. She cheated on me. With the Johnny stuff, here's our whole conversation. There's nothing there.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. Maybe he's just a different kind of guy than me, because you know what I mean. But
I don't know. Maybe.
Also, it was at the height of all the Colleen shit, right? And probably like coming out and against an accuser.
By the way, I'm not
right
saying-
at that moment would have.
I'm not
more
saying that like
backlash.
it's evidence that he's lying or anything. I'm just
No. I mean,
from like
people handle it different
from my
ways.
perspective of how I would have handled that.
I mean, with hindsight, he probably shouldn't have posted. Well, I guess with hindsight, it actually is okay because now the truth is starting to find its way out.
Mm-hmm.
So Olivia's crying in the club.
Right.
Here's another one.
This one was during 2020. This is when Josh started posting videos again once he got sober. And I posted a screenshot of it and I totally forgot about it. I quoted him, "Life can be good, but you've got to choose it. I love you forever, Josh. If anyone hasn't kept up, he's finally doing better."
Nice.
I totally
Tears of
forgot
joy
about
in the
that.
club.
Yeah.
Crying in the club, but cheers
And
of
then
joy.
my friend commented, Colleen is, at this point, I was still a fan of Colleen. This is right when Adam first came out with his story the first time.
This is like rage comic speak.
What?
She said "le snake."
It's like a less snake. It's like French. She's a snake, basically. And I said, I'm having a hard time loving her still because I think she totally gaslit Josh's suffering. And also, I think she may have cheated with Eric. And now she's publicly has a baby with him. And Josh just went off the deep end. And my friend said, and did you see that drama with the 16-year-old? And I said, of course. Who do you think I am? I'm so mad Colleen hasn't responded. Pretending it isn't happening just seems so fake. Like, what else is she lying about, not telling us? # I'm going off. I remember that. See, I had the suspicion forever.
You were right the whole time.
Yeah.
Just
You
as you
knew.
are now.
You knew.
This is a secret I kept from everybody. I met Colleen Ballinger one time.
Okay, go on.
So my math teacher in high school knew that I really liked her, and her husband just so happened to be a writer on her Netflix show. Like, he was just one of the like writing assistants or something. And so she invited me to the premiere to be her +1 date. I didn't take a photo with Colleen. I was too freaked out, but I had my friend take a picture of my feet before I like told her, "Hi, my name's Olivia."
Sounds like you were groomed by your teacher.
Yeah.
Or
So that was when I met her. That's a photo I have.
can you read this?
Sure. My feet. My hero's feet. Colleen Ballinger stood next to her. By the way, this is not serious. I hope you all know. Accidentally told her sister Rachel her cousin's name. Don't worry about it. Which means that
This is serious.
Nuh-uh.
What do you mean?
It's serious in that I was a huge
How is this
fan,
not serious?
but not that
Come
I
on,
was like.
girl.
Not that I was like.
Real.
I mean, I was happy to meet her.
Okay, read.
But this was just supposed to be to like my best friends who knew I loved her. I accidentally told her sister her cousin's name. Don't worry about it. I told Colleen she meant the world to me. She said I was beautiful. When she left, I stood there. How do you decide what to say to somebody you know so well but doesn't know you at all? And then I said, I'm full of happiness.
And that's where the story ends.
Thank you. Have you ever met a celebrity you like? I feel like that's pretty tame.
Of your feet together?
My friend took that.
Marfeet.
Because I felt too
feet.
disrespectful at her like own event, being like, "Can I please take a photo with you?" And she was super busy, so I was just like, whatever.
Yo.
But she's a groomer, so.
Swoopy's on here with the 2021 winner.
Oh.
Streamy Awards Creator Honor. What does that mean?
It means she's honorable.
Well, I'm about to win a Streamy.
Exemplified.
You're not the only one. Swoopty doopty. I'm gonna have to get my olive branches,
We'll see.
laurels.
We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
You guys have guilted me into going to this fucking event.
Yeah. Have we announced that? Did we talk about it on Friday?
I think we did.
We're going to the Streamies, people. In person. And I'm not talking about Bizarro, Ethan. I'm talking about the real fucking deal. This man dragged his feet for weeks. But thankfully, Hila wears the pants in the relationship and she wanted to go. That's basically what it came down to.
No, dude, you guys were
even with Hila, which rarely do you push back on Hila, but she really wanted to go and you were like, bro, I'm not doing this.
Okay. It wasn't the Hila thing. It was the fact that not one of you motherfuckers would agree and say it's dumb. You all wanted to go.
We all think, I mean, I won't speak for everybody. I do think it's dumb, but I think it will be a lot of fun and we will get some great stories and content out of it. We'll be able to juice
Here's our story. They announced the award during the commercial.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you got to go to these events. We're going to run into some of the people that we talk about on the show. You
All
might
right,
have.
you guys got to back
You've
me
been
up.
telling the Logan Paul story over and over again for like 6 years. You need a new Logan Paul story, or some other creator threatening to hurt you physically.
You guys got to back me up in case shit
If
goes down.
if it goes down, and you know we're jumping in.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah.
You kidding me?
That'd be a badass.
doubt.
H3 Podcast got into a brawl at the Streamies.
Who would we
All
brawl
of them.
with? Like,
who would we fight?
Yeah.
Potentially, if Logan, if he was there, he's a petty little bitch.
Logan?
He's big though.
I might take it back about the jumping in.
Come on, bro.
That dude's fucking yoked.
Well, yeah, but he can't take us all. And Mike might switch allegiances. If Mike's with them, he might jump back.
Benedict Arnold?
Yeah.
No, he's too much of
he
a
couldn't
bad
hit us,
man.
though.
He's too
He
much,
couldn't- he
couldn't
couldn't.
bring himself. You're right.
He would just hold Logan back.
Yeah.
He cares too much about us.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going. That's it.
We're going.
Well, also, we made all these silly. So I almost had an out because we discovered we had a vacation planned on that weekend.
Yeah.
And it cost us a lot of money to reschedule it to a more expensive day. And so I almost had an out. But the thing that made me be like, all right, let's just do it. Because we had talked to the Streamies and gave them all the silly stuff, like every crew member and their significant others. And we need a table up the front. And then I would have felt like such an asshole if we canceled after all that shit. And they were really, listen, I'll be real. They were very accommodating to us. Very accommodating.
Because I think we're going to win this year.
And we're all going to do the red carpet, you guys.
Yeah, we're going to do their whole red carpet thing. We're going to dress up. I don't, and I'm not just saying this to manage expectations, I don't think that we're going to win.
Dude,
but I
we're gonna get
still
it
think
all.
we're going to have a lot of fun. And I think it will be funny when we don't win. And then we get all
Then
mad
I'm
about it.
never going back.
Yeah.
If I do win, then I'm going to say, actually, I'll save it.
Shetty has this in the bag.
Dude, I think they're going to give us Podcast of the Year, and then Jay Shetty's going to win Creator of the Year. That's
think so.
my. That's my.
I mean,
I agree, Cam. If they give Shetty both, it's like, what are we doing here? This is just the Shetty Awards.
Well, and it's not just Shetty. Didn't Call Her Daddy win
last
year
year.
or something? And they're nominated again, too. So
The worst
anybody's
person to
game.
lose to would be Impulsive. That would be the biggest kick in the teeth.
More than Shetty?
Yeah, because he's just a
I agree.
scammer.
Yeah, frankly,
Yeah,
yeah. That would
He's
be
just
worse.
a giant
100%.
scammer.
Yeah.
The dude is trash.
Yeah. Like, I'll probably, if Shetty wins over us, I'll probably laugh. If Impulsive won, I'd probably be kind of mad.
Yes, exactly.
He's up for Creator of the Year and also Creator Product of the Year with Prime.
Logan's Creator of the Year?
Yeah.
For what?
For Dink Donk.
Dink Donk.
Yeah,
No,
Dink
that was a
Donk?
couple years ago now. What the? Yeah.
Well, he did the Crypto Zoo this year. That's another scam he did this year.
True.
And he hasn't paid anyone back for it. He said he's going to pay back 1.7 million. He hasn't done that at all.
Right.
Ethan, I've been keeping up with Below Deck. I just started watching it. I love the Australian one. I love that shit. But I only watched one episode, but that's my favorite. I love the Aussies. Well, that was a big one. There was a lot to go over.
I thought it was going to be way shorter than that.
Me too. But I do want to say there's obviously a lot of context, a lot more information that you guys should consume over on Swoop-de-Doop-dee's channel.
Yes.
I linked the video in the description.
Swoop, there it is. Come on, Swoop, there it is.
Thank you, Swoop, for all of the tireless work you put in. It was like outstanding. It was crazy.
And I guess Josh never got back to us.
Josh did send me a DM. He's unable to call in today. I'll talk to you.
Okay.
We said y'all are sleeping on the Yard podcast. They're your biggest competition.
Probably, yeah.
Who the
Is that
fuck is the
Ludwig?
Yard?
That's Ludwig's thing.
I've seen it.
Who the fuck
Pretty
is
good.
Ludwig?
They're
pretty good.
Yeah, he got ties with YouTube too, so maybe. Yeah, there might be
he's got
some
it in.
Yard?
And they have a slide.
Let me
Hey,
check.
everyone.
Let me just check
The
their views.
Yard.
Now I know views aren't everything, okay, but let's just check the views. Sorry. Get them. Just saying.
Yeah, they're not hitting that hard.
I'm not here to flex, but
It's not all about views.
no, that's what I said.
I mean, if it's
If it
purely on
were-
views, Shetty probably has us licked, doesn't
Don't
he?
say that.
No.
No Shetty.
course
Well,
not.
what's a Shet?
He's
I think-
like a sliding scale. He was pretty inconsistent with his view count.
What does Shet get on Facebook? Because that's where he shines.
And I think people listen to the audio version of his podcast a lot. Yeah.
Jay Shetty Facebook on YouTube.
Audio version.
Let's check the Shet views on YouTube. Yeah, dude, where's the views at? 40,000 from 2 months ago.
This is even his podcast.
This isn't his
too.
podcast.
This is a main ass channel with
Yeah,
5
but-
million subscribers. This man put out a video that got 40,000 views 2 months ago.
Wow, Jesus.
Where's
What's
his
going on,
podcast?
Shetty?
I just linked his
Like,
podcast.
dude, I'm sorry, but this is bullshit. The whole Shetty thing
We were never in.
is a fucking
When he does the
illusion.
Starman.
That's his Darman show, yeah.
I forgot about
Last
this.
episode 2 months ago, 100,000 views. What the fuck, bro?
That's not his main.
And by the way,
This is
if
still
you want
not
to
the-
talk about accomplishments, these people do 1 episode a week. We are out here doing 5 episodes a week.
For better or worse,
3
baby.
to 4 fucking hours.
Better or worse.
Nobody does that. It's time to acknowledge that.
Here's his actual podcast.
You gotta
Whoa,
watch.
what the fuck?
You gotta watch
Oh,
the Joe
Tom
Biden.
Holland. No wonder that one.
You gotta watch the Joe Biden intro at the top right.
Why did Joe Biden?
Joe Biden only got
even
300K.
Joey Boy only pulled 300. Let's see.
On
Purpose
Purpose is the number one health and wellness.
Whoa. Okay.
Jay Shetty's podcast, On Purpose, is the number one health and wellness podcast.
That's AI.
The president participated in an interview with Jay
Yo,
Shetty, who you all
look at
may
the guy on
know,
the right.
to discuss the administration's
Even he's
effort to
doing it. He's
tackle
like the
the
fire
mental
language.
health
Fucking
crisis.
spit him.
President.
Yo, you know what? I do not understand this Jay Shetty shit. Nobody's watching.
The day will come when you open
Why
the
does everybody
closet
know about
door
Jay
and you smell
Shetty?
the
Nobody's watching.
I mean, it's got okay views.
Where are you at, Shetty heads?
But yeah, an interview on YouTube with President of the United States only getting 300K views is kind of sad.
Well, his normal ones, like Bryce Hall, got 75,000. A-Rack got... Nobody cares about A-Rack.
Nobody cares about Iraq. That dude's ugly.
But where'd he go? They haven't done an episode in 2 months even.
I'm only saying that because he called Ethan ugly.
That's his Darman.
For context.
Yo, this man hasn't even made a podcast in 2 months. How you even going to put him in the category with me?
Kim
He
Kardashian.
doesn't hold a candle to me. You're looking at Darman's side channel? Well, I'm trying to find their fucking
No, he does a
I'm on
podcast a week.
Here. Here's Shet. Okay, here's the Jay Shetty podcast. This is what I was looking at.
I had that one up.
Oh, okay. So let's see. Oh yeah, Joey Boy. This one is 30. Okay, whatever.
We got more people watching live right now.
Oh, jeez.
Right.
Again, views aren't anything, everything, but it's something.
Yeah,
You know?
that's. I mean, that is a good point.
But why does everybody know who he is?
They don't.
Because of you.
At the award show, it's like Jay Shetty. Winning.
A lot of people.
Jay Shetty, Joe Biden.
People love Jay Shetty. We have a
Why
Jay
does he get
Shetty
a-
stand in the building right now.
Kendall Jenner, Joe fucking Biden, Tom Holland, Kim Kardashian. Why is this happening?
Tom Ward is his book.
Selena Gomez.
Oh, I know. I watched that one.
Wow.
I'm sorry, I watched that one.
Matthew McConaughey, Kevin Hart. I mean, he probably just glazes them up.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like easy PR. Tell me, Matthew, tell me about this really exciting new lifestyle thing you're promoting. It sounds so interesting. I call it, what's it called? It's green lights, baby. If you sign up for green lights at $19.99.
Oh, is this McConaughey that you're doing?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's pretty good.
5% more trust.
I didn't know it was McConaughey.
5% more trust.
5%.
All I
Being
need is 5% more trust.
More trustworthy.
It's
Can you
only,
admit that you
it's
do
only,
have the courage to trust 5%?
do you
more
have the
than
courage
you
to
do?
trust 5%? What the fuck are you talking about? I'm going to care 5% more precisely.
Yes, 5%.
A lot of Shetty fans in the chat.
Okay, come on.
They're rising up.
Shetheads.
All the
You got to
Shetheads out there.
choose. You got to choose. It's me or him.
His eyes are perfect.
Yeah, with eyes like those.
This town is not big enough for the two
I've
of
never
us.
seen such gorgeous hazel eyes.
That's all he has, man. Without his eyes,
Eye
he's
nice to
nobody.
see.
He's nobody. If I had hazels like him, forget it. I would have won.
I
years
tried to help
ago.
you with that, but you refused to put in the colored contacts lenses.
I was too much of a
We
baby.
still have them, don't
Yeah, we still have them. We were gonna do a
Like-
gag where he got Shetty eyes.
Like everyone's like, oh, Ethan's connected. I never even got Susan Wojcinski to come on my show. I tried. She didn't want to come on. She wants to talk to Jay Shetty for 37,000 views. No wonder she retired.
Where's all the exposed videos on him? For me.
That's funny.
Anyway.
I found a baby photo of Jay. He has blue eyes. Stunning blue eyes.
I wouldn't
hazel
trust
eyes.
that.
I mean, he posted it.
Yeah.
All right, we'll
Wait,
see.
Jay with stunning
Photoshopped.
blue eyes?
Yeah.
I mean,
I
listen.
thought his eyes were hazel.
I
If we-
mean,
If we don't win this year, I can't do this anymore with the Streamies.
Nah, fuck that.
This is it. It's all or
Yeah,
nothing this year. I
100%.
agree.
I can't do this
I'm
anymore.
not saying we should go every year, but like, come on, it's going to be an experience to do the red
This man had
carpet.
Matt Damon on his podcast and got 14,000 views. This is straight up Tom Ward gets better views than this motherfucker.
Yo, that's true.
shout out Tom. We
Tom
miss you.
Ward
Tommy
crushing
boy.
it.
How
Look
the
at-
fuck?
11 years
Yeah.
ago, we were in Haiti, and I
Hi,
was
Matt.
introduced to
Nobody's watching.
And this is one of those episodes.
Where is the funding?
Did he like hold on?
400 likes.
Did he re-upload it or something? 'Cause
1
this
year
is
ago.
Crazy. How the fuck is Jay Shetty not getting more views on a Matt Damon?
Well, it's consistent with all this shit.
It's
You
a
know?
sliding scale.
Like, what is this
What are we
Shetty
missing?
nonsense?
Maybe a YouTube. Maybe it's just not a YouTube.
Is he trending on the iTunes charts? What's his Facebook views? Do we get any info on that?
Facebook, Jay. What is it? On purpose?
You got an interview with Tony Robbins. How to brainwash yourself for success. I had a tumor in my brain when I was 11 years old, and I grew mega tall. I like to use my height and voice to intimidate women.
He has less followers on Facebook than he does on YouTube.
What? I thought it was all on Facebook.
780K followers.
Sam, what is happening?
No. He has 25 million on his main.
Okay, so this is just his podcast page.
Yeah.
I just
Let me go to
listen on
his main.
Spotify.
Spotify.
And that's what I was saying is I think people actually listen to his as an audio podcast. You know what I mean?
I actually didn't even know there was a video component until just now.
Okay.
29 million followers on Facebook. Wow. That's
So his podcast should be charting.
Sam, you think I would like it? Should I listen?
I think it's a good podcast. I mean, I don't know. If you like health and wellness and
I could learn a lot.
Yeah, I think that it's a good podcast. I will say ours
This
is
is not,
definitely.
and by the way, Sam,
Wait, Jay Shetty used to be a monk?
Ours is
The
It's super
opinions
weird.
expressed by people on this show do not represent our organization as a whole. Just to make that clear.
Well, I was going to say, our show is definitely way more effort, more involved, better produced, everything.
Let's go.
Like you said, I mean, you made a good point. We are here 5 days a week.
That's got to be worth something.
Yeah.
Nobody does that. You know? I'm sick of groveling to the Streamies. Please recognize me. Please. No, I made the Streamies. I am the Streamies.
So he's a Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Oh, fascinating.
Don't
I really
you
didn't know
start,
that.
Dan. Don't you start.
I think I like this Jay Shetty guy.
Fucking Hare Krishna. Stop.
Hare
I'm a
Rama.
Hare Krishna.
No,
I'm a Hare Krishna these nuts between your butt cheeks. Thanks, love.
Wow.
Yeah, not impressed.
Wow.
Not impressed. And if it's not obvious, I'm obviously being hyperbolic about everything I'm saying right now. Before there's like a Ethan's actually vain and
We know you're
angry.
just jealous. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm jealous. Who wouldn't be jealous of Jay Shetty? Yeah, I'm fucking jealous. Jealous of his eyes, jealous of his guests, jealous of his awards, jealous of his smoothies,
his ascension to Nirvana,
jealous of his hairy cranish.
No.
So, looking at his Facebook, his biggest juicers are like all Jay Shetty, or no, what's his name? Darman content. It's so weird. He didn't blow up doing podcasts. He blew up doing this Darman content.
Right,
stuff.
he already had kind of like a...
What does he talk? What does he do with Darman?
Dude, he is like super bizarre. No, he's doing his own Darman type content.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how he blew up.
Oh. Can I watch one of those?
Well, I don't know.
It's
if it
getting
would
so
get
late. I'm a
claimed
fucking
by-
psycho if I stay any later.
Yeah, let's...
Let me open. I have to look real
wrap.
fast.
Yeah, just
I got to know who I'm up against. If I win, would it be inappropriate to say, oh, and by the way, up yours, Jay Shetty?
Would it be inappropriate? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. But
Oh, and by
also,
the way,
like,
up
you're-
yours, Jay Shetty.
Be
Good luck
sore
with
winner
Creator of the Year.
material.
I feel like because he's so like kind of universally liked and like clean
Yeah,
image, it's like actually pretty fucking funny to like have
like
him
saying up. It's like saying up yours to like.
Dolly Parton or something.
Yeah,
Just like
exactly.
somebody who's like universally liked.
Let's see what the fuck this is.
He doesn't come in until the end.
Would you mind if we took a photo together? I'm such a huge fan.
Oh, it's exactly the same
Yeah,
as like
but
the Darman stuff.
Boyfriend abandons disabled girlfriend. Watch what
Would
happens
love
next.
to play at
Same
your level
title.
one day. Do you have any tips
34
or advice that you can give to me?
million views.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but Facebook is a disaster.
He comes in at the end at like 7
Thank
minutes.
you so much.
Or like,
Well, big change
if you just
means
scroll.
that an aspect of your
Yeah, here.
life has been altered.
So let me see.
But when it comes to significant life changes, I challenge you to
I'm
look
sorry,
at this
but
as not
nobody's
something
learning from this shit.
Disabled.
This is bullshit. Hey, guys, listen. Don't leave your your boyfriend when he gets cancer. Love comes in all different forms. Yeah, I can do that too. Listen, if your
You are
boyfriend
such
gets
an amazing
cancer,
soccer player.
stay by their side.
And my role model.
It's the right thing to do. You wouldn't like it if somebody abandoned you when you got cancer. Look into my eyes, bitch. You know what I'm saying is true. Look into my deep hazels.
Hi, are you Cora Jensen? Yeah. These are for you.
Hi, I'm looking for the dumb cancer girl.
Oh my god.
Dear Cora, I heard about your accident. I hope you're recovering okay.
You are such an amazing soccer player and my role model. This doesn't change that fact.
Love, Bella.
Bro, get on with it. My God. People are crying right now. Play Chestnut, Zach.
When you're coping with a big life
Stop
change,
it!
whether this
Don't
is a
come at me on this
loved one
laptop.
and
Why are you on the
disability-
laptop?
Who's watching
I
this?
know. It's so fucking weird.
Wait, why is he on the laptop?
Well,
This is like a ridiculousness shit, dude. He has a giant laptop set.
It's bizarre because it's in vertical content, and then he is on a horizontal in a vertical. It's like super tiny. It doesn't
He's
make any
having his
sense.
cake and eating it too.
Why is he not on a phone? That would make more sense.
They could actually.
It's really funny.
Because they're lazy. They just
Yeah.
want to do it on TikTok. They want to do it on YouTube. Let me hear what he has to say.
Idiots.
Let me hear this
very
Hare
odd.
Krishna bullshit.
or illness or big relationship coming to a close, it may feel like part of your world is
There you
ending.
go.
And with
Oh,
any
the
major change,
screen.
this is,
Nope,
in a
okay, never mind.
sense, true. After all, big change means that an aspect of your life has been altered. But when it comes to significant life changes, I challenge you to look at this as not something absolute that means that your life is over, but rather that one chapter of your life is over and a new one is beginning. But how do you get to this place? After all, any major...
His hair is so manicured.
He's kind of cooking.
Okay, fine. But look how vain he is. I'm telling you, that hair...
It looks unkempt.
No. Do you know how much effort it takes to look unkempt?
I think he just rolled out of bed and he just looks that good. I think he's just that hot.
Nah, they do this shit. Like that.
Oh,
They-
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's this. And
Yep.
it's this.
Yep.
And it's this.
It is. I know that for a fact.
Ian, let me see it on screen again.
He might even have straight hair, and he's got to do like a perm and shit.
Yeah.
Because
that dry shit in there too. You can see it's kind of dry.
There's different levels.
Yeah.
There's doing your hair, and then there's doing your hair so it looks like you don't care.
Jay Shetty a hairline king?
I don't know. He's got to come forward a little bit.
James Charles always does that.
Okay.
I'm
I guess we
telling
just
you.
don't know.
He doesn't want people to know he's vain because he does his hair up. But he's very vain.
I don't know.
He is.
He's got a little bit of a beard, 5 o'clock shadow.
Perfectly
Just
manicured.
rolled out of bed. I think he just looks that good.
You need to not care about your hygiene like me. You got to not worry
Yeah.
about having a kept hair and beard. That's how you prove that you really don't care. Like me.
Major change is likely to bring about big emotions, and getting to a spot in which you're at peace with this event may seem a long way. However, there are several steps you can take to help facilitate this process and cope with the change. First, allow yourself...
How old is he? I feel like he's not old enough to be giving us like wisdom. How old are you, Jay Shetty? You're giving me wisdom.
He is 35.
You guys gonna take wisdom from me? I'm 3 years older than him. 35's not old enough to give wisdom. Just not. You can't.
You've been doing this show for 6 years.
I'm not giving wisdom. I'm talking the opposite, frankly. You know.
Okay, fair enough.
Here's the thing. You can't get nirvana by 35. He's Hare Krishna? I don't know what that means. What does Hare Krishna mean?
No one knows.
He was a former monk in the International Society for Krishna Consciousness.
You know why former? Because he got kicked out.
Could be.
He got banned.
He's on Facebook all the time.
Yep, exactly.
It's a type of Hindu religion.
What does it mean, though?
It's a
What is-
denomination of.
It's like a
Vaishnavism.
denomination, yeah.
But why? What's cool? It's like, why is it? Seems like cool. The Hare Krishna. It seems like dope.
I don't know where you're getting that from.
Well, you said you love that he's a Hare Krishna.
I was trying to rile you up.
Success. You got what you wished for, Dan. Well, the Beatles do a Hare Krishna song, don't they?
George
My sweet
Harrison
Lord.
became very involved.
That's
in the
why it's
movement.
dope. That's why it's dope.
Right. Ian has to pee, but it's 5 o'clock anyways. I believe you have.
By the way,
to go.
I'm being reminded of that meme. Dan, when that podcast is 4 hours instead of 3 hours.
Yeah.
By the way, I want to defend you. Dan works so hard. He's in here early. The man works his ass off. Nobody has a right to accuse him of being lazy. Nobody.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
That being said, that meme was very funny.
You're talking about the Reddit posts?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it
With
was
the Arthur.
funny. I didn't need defending. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it was funny. All right, so you're telling me wrap it up?
Wrap it up.
I could have gone down that shat hole for a minute.
I know.
Shat hole.
About to take. This is your last shot, Streamies. This is it. We're all coming. And if I don't win, I'm just saying, there's enough of us.
We roll deep.
There's enough of us to do something.
Oh my God.
All right. Thank you for watching, everybody. We'll see. What are you doing? See you next Tuesday tomorrow?
Yeah.
What time?
Let me see if I have something.
This is a random time.
Well, it does. It shifts almost every week, so I just want to let the people know.
Tomorrow I have. Oh, Oppenheimer. Wait, what? Why is there two Oppenheimers
Tomorrow
on my
we're
calendar?
live streaming Oppenheimer.
Yeah, tomorrow at I don't know 1.
1 o'clock.
Or 2.
Or
Or
2.
12.
Or 12.
No, I'll do it at 1.
1 o'clock.
We'll tweet when we're live.
See y'all there.
Bye. Love you
Bye-bye.
guys.